You want these cheese boogers? Test, 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 test. Can you hear me? Is my mic on this time? Test, 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 test. All right, we got Christina DK in the house. Young Moses, Big Jake's Ranch, Fortnite News. What are your opinions on pickup trucks? Really? Of all the questions you could ask, what are my opinions on pickup trucks? Well, I like the early 1980s Ford F-150s. If you put a nice big set of mountain tires on it and some nice chrome rims, you can have them looking pretty fucking sharp. But it's got to be in good condition, good paint job, V8, good truck. I mean, I like new trucks. I like all the new, big body 4-door trucks. I think Chevy has the best looking truck, but I mean, if you're looking for performance, if you're looking for something heavy duty, I'd say the Toyota Tundra, GMC Sierra. Then I would go, I mean, there's some good Rams and there's some good Fords. If you go up to the diesels, you're doing pretty good. But just regular pickup trucks and old school Ford. Pumping Vinyl in the house. Good to have you here. Marlon White in the house. Trick and Tricky. Paige. Black Savant. Austin 100. Chad Life. With the spooky theme, almost needs Smirk Man to show up again and warn men of the smirk. Yeah. Pumping Vinyl, you want to talk to LFA? Well, I'll tell you what. You click that link there, pinned at the top of the chat, and you can talk to LFA.
You know what? I finally realized now. I finally realized it, man. The reason why I'm this old with no girlfriend, really no friends. Well, let's go back to the time I would say till I was about 10 years old in elementary school. Make it short, I was told that I was, ugly from people. So people told me that in the past. So basically, to sum it all up, the females my whole life, especially in school, from the time I was little, they didn't really want nothing to do with me because of the way I looked. They didn't like the way, they thought I was unattractive, my genetic features. And the dudes, the fellas, they didn't want to hang around me because of the fact that I didn't get women. I wasn't successful at getting women. So the men didn't want to be around. The men didn't want to be friends with me or hang with me because I wasn't successful with women, and the women didn't.
We'll pause that for a minute.
Greetings, brother.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, just chilling a little early for you. A little afternoon.
Yeah, I have to get up pretty early tomorrow, so I mean, usually when I go live on Tuesdays, I'll stay live till like 10 or like 9 or 10 o'clock, and I just can't do that anymore. I got to get up at like 5, so I'm trying to get like at least a chance of 8 hours of sleep.
Well, I think you positioned yourself pretty well anyway, but I kind of like the afternoon vibe, it's a little switch up, change of pace,
Yeah.
But
Maybe it'll be more high energy.
Definitely got a little more energy than normal. That's always a plus. I'm not drinking coffee at 8 p.m. to stay awake and all that type of shit. I do have my Taco Tuesdays here.
Nice.
Yeah, got to get the authentic, the real deal tacos. I don't fuck around with that Taco Bell shit. But
for sure.
I won't stuff food in my mouth while I'm talking to you though, because that's rude.
Yeah, you're all good.
But I saw that we got Black Savant here, and I wanted to have this conversation with you because did you watch my live stream on Monday?
I watched the replay, so I didn't see any chat.
Oh no, that's fine. The chat wasn't the deal. I don't know. I mean, because I didn't promote it like I have my previous ones. Like I'll spend the weekend like promoting it with the clickbait thumbnail or whatever. And this one I didn't upload until 2 hours before the event or 2 hours before the live stream because I was trying to keep this interview a secret because it was a parody interview. And I was like, if I put the thumbnail up 2 days in advance, the guy who I'm interviewing is going to go around the internet and say, oh, this is bullshit. I'm not really going on his show. So it's like, in case he does that, I was like, I got to keep this a secret. And then, I just was, I don't know. I guess it's kind of had a mixed reaction, but I think people are liking it. And a lot of my parody humor is mixed in. It's like when the Tomato does hers, it's like she's premiering tonight her parody piece. But it's like when I do my parodies, they sneak in. So it's like I'll be on my live stream. And then like middle of the live stream, I'll like cut in and like that's kind of what I did this last Monday. So I don't know.
Yeah. Did you actually have a guest or I thought it was just you?
It was, yeah. No, I was the guest. I was being the guest. And then the very end of the okay, I guess I don't know if anyone in the chat has seen this, but I've had actually this is funny, LFA, because do you remember talking to me for the very first time when I had 0 YouTube subscribers?
You had 0 videos.
0 videos, 0 YouTube subscribers. And here I am, over 400. I've had 2 hit pieces on me.
How's it feel?
That's wild. It changes the way you think about things. That's for sure. And this last one, Monday, was my sort of response to this guy who did the hit piece on me. And I don't know how much of his content you've checked out, but he puts his little cartoon. He has this cartoon emoji that's basically like a ninja character with like a red headband. And so I was playing like his little cartoon emoji, but like a real life version of it. And just to kind of explain, because I know some of the people in this little realm here might not know what's going on with my vinyl community stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted to explain that for anyone who may not have been not have fully understood that. I want to say for real, and I don't know if Base Patriot Frog's watching, but I think if those 2 guys weren't going at me in this little chat here, I wouldn't have been able to kick this other troll in the balls like I did. And and the other thing I was going to mention, LFA, was Undead Chronic went after you. And I was thinking the next time you got a faceless troll going after you, I want you to at least ask yourself this. You're LFA, you don't got time for this bullshit. But you know a guy who does, and you know a guy who would kick Undead Chronic right in the balls. Just give me a call, man. I love doing this shit.
Nah, I don't. To be honest, I don't really have any kind of a problem with Yeah, like
I know.
I understand their type of content, and same thing with MGTOW Dictionary. He's kind of similar to that. You remember the guy that came on like a
Yeah.
couple months ago, and he was like trying to diss you or whatever.
No, I went after him. That was,
Yeah.
no, man. I just love, like, this is like, actually, I was saying this to Sarah. Like, maybe my new YouTube job should be like a YouTube troll police or something.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool.
Yeah.
It would be funny, but you know, I kind of understand those type of YouTubers because I'm sort of on this channel. I'm sort of a light version of that. Like I'll watch other people's stuff, but I don't disrespect the content creator just because that's my, I don't know. I just kind of have that standard set for myself. Like I'm not going to pick on the individual, but I'll
Right.
talk about their content,
Right.
you know,
Oh,
like, but the thing about like the reason why I really have no interest in dealing with any with like roast channels is because they don't have content that I can come back at. Like they can diss me and I can be like, no, this guy's stupid because he's dissing me. But I know nothing about them. They have no no unique content that I can really go after. You know what I mean?
well, I don't know. Go back and watch. So I did my parody, and then the two parodies, like basically in between the parodies is the meat and potatoes. And like
Yeah.
I spent a good couple weeks. Actually, I mean, it's funny how like the feud seems like it's more like a week and a half old kind of thing.
Yeah.
I've been planning this for a month with this guy and how I'm going to start it. This is a lot more well thought. And I'm looking at things. All right, when the feud starts, what can I go at? What can I pick on him? And I really was thinking, God, you know, if Undead Chronic ever came at you, dude, again, I would sit there. I bet in 1 month's time, I could come up with a really solid hit piece on Undead Chronic.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I
don't know, whatever.
Jace, you gotta when you come on here, you've got to immediately mute your mic because you're always making odd noises. And just unmute it when you're going to talk. No, the thing about the Hammerhand and Undead Chronic thing, I never saw the whatever. I never saw what Undead Chronic had said about me. I know people said that he made a video, but I don't even know what was said in the video.
Yeah.
Because I don't even know if it exists anymore. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and that was the other thing. I mean, when I've been doing all this kind of work and looking at other people's hit pieces, like one thing that you have that you're very lucky is some of your content you can make members only. So if someone tries to make a shit piece on you, you can just be like, hey, you're using my members only content, and you can zap it. So it's like, I mean, a lot of us, like people like me and the Tomato, don't have that kind of luxury.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't do that. Like, so my whole thing is just, and this is kind of what works for me, and everybody's going to have their own deal, but I have a hard enough time coming up with the content that I'm going to come up with, like my original content. So I don't like to be distracted by like little beefs with people that I don't even know. So when people come after me, it's always just a one-sided beef. Like they'll make like a video or two and I'm just like, I just keep going on.
Yeah.
And eventually they just stop because they realize like, okay, like,
yeah. Well, and then plus it's like, I think if you have the opportunity, like you have 100K subs, and usually when people are going after you, they're really small channels, or it's like, I guess a good example of like two guys, like MLD, when MLD and John Anthony Lifestyle were going at it. So that would be like an example of like kind of two big guys going at it. But usually, like if it's a guy like you, it's someone like a lot underneath you. So
yeah. Well, John Anthony made a video about me. Well, it wasn't really about me. It was about semen retention.
Yeah. That's different. That was going after you for one thing. And
I know. to be honest, I thought a lot of people would come after me because when that video started taking off and started getting like when it hit 100,000 views, I was like, yeah, somebody's going to react to it because it was off the wall.
Yeah, but you know, I don't mind parodies. And actually, I mean, I'll be real honest. The John Anthony parody on you compared to like other parodies I've seen, I thought was considerably funny. But like it didn't dig on you personally like I've seen other hit pieces.
No,
but,
yeah. He you know, it was interesting. First, I commented on the video and I was like, I was like, I just said like, it's about time or something like that, because he disses everybody. I was like, why haven't you ever dissed me? And then he made a comment. He commented on my comment and he said like, LOL, yeah, you're not nearly as bad as some of these guys or something like that. So like, I knew it was just him being a YouTuber.
Yeah.
You know, that's just kind of his style, like that Greg Doucette style.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's selling a product, but in order to market his product, he uses other people's names. That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that. And you know, whatever, it is what it is. But you know, the only thing about him was that I did mention him a few times in live streams, because like I took it like it was just like one live stream. We had talked about a few things, and I don't know. But he sent me an email about I was like, I don't know if it was legitimate, but it was like a cease and desist. And I have an attorney but I have to pay $750 every time I see him. So I don't like to do it. And I actually wasted $750 just to have him take a look at the email and stuff. And the attorney was like, yeah, this is probably bullshit. So I just sent an email back and said, from now on, don't communicate with me directly. You know, if you want to cease and desist, if you want to, this is what we're going to do, then communicate with my attorney.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then I haven't spoke to him since, but he really does sue people. I think he really is suing Modern Life Dating.
Yeah. So I actually have kind of done that sort of legwork to hire a lawyer, and and it's every single time I think there's like 4 or 5 scenarios in my life where like, let me contact a lawyer and let me see what my rights are. And I mean, even if you are getting dicked over, or even if you're screwed or whatever, you're gonna just end up spending so much money to fight for whatever you're gonna pay lawyers, court fees, and you're almost better off just like sucking it up and moving on. And
it's going to be a pain in the ass.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I don't even want to go like when I got my fucking DUI, such a pain in the ass. I knew I wasn't going to jail, but I knew I was going to have to go to court a bunch of times, and I was going to have to pay a bunch of money and, just go through that whole process. And I don't like to go through that process. And, a defamation lawsuit or, whatever type of lawsuit a YouTuber would want to put on somebody, I wouldn't want to go through it. So I just stay away from it.
Yeah.
And, there's so many different things people can try to go after you for. Winning is a different story. They probably won't win. It takes a lot to win one of those type of suits, but it's just the process. Like nobody wants to go through that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, crazy. I mean, I just thought that this would be just kind of over the last couple days, and then the reception I received from my past live stream. Funny thing is, I mean, I don't expect you to follow everything I'm doing, but this last Monday was a continuation of the previous Monday. The previous Monday, I got a lot of like blowback or a lot of kind of backfire. But then this past Monday, I didn't change my stance on anything. And it was funny. Last week, I lost like 10 subs. This week, I gained them all back. Or I don't know if it's the same people, but it's like, I feel like I made up that traction just by standing my ground. And
yeah. What was that intro and outro music you used? Is that copyright?
Yeah. So, I mean, man, now I almost feel like I'm giving away my plan. Because
no, you don't have to. I'm just asking, was that copyright stuff? Because I'll play it if.
Yeah, it is copyright. It's MF Doom. I'm a huge MF Doom fan, but I took that song. The song is called "Take Me to Your Leader," and for like 2 weeks, I was like, I had this song stuck in my head. I was planning how I wanted to do this parody, how I was going to go. Like, I'll get a certain song stuck in my head, and that will be my inspiration. Or like Sugarloaf, Green Eyed Lady was a couple weeks ago. So it changes, but then it's like, okay, when Sarah went on the Rachel's Ghost Show for that first time, I looked at something like that and I could really truly roll this into something for my next live stream, and I did it, and it worked. Did the same thing the next week, and then I did sort of like bring it down a few notches because that is a lot. It's very hard to live up to. But I think I kind of got him by the balls right now, and you know, I don't want to give everything away, but the MF Doom song was like motivation for like creating the character and going after this guy. So
Yeah.
you know,
I liked it. It was like a I'll just play like 2 seconds of it really quick.
Go for it.
Whoops.
Or actually, you know what? Okay, actually, yeah. Play like 10 seconds would be good. So
I just got to pause it every now and then to
you're
keep
good.
it.
Well, stop. Actually, you see this thing hanging hanging right here in the trees, in between the trees. All right. Actually, you know, good point. Can I talk about this whole thing that you're showing right now? It's very twisted what I did here. I actually wouldn't mind explaining it. So the analogy, I mean, this is just so hard thought out. I didn't explain this in my live stream. The Wizard of Oz characters, what was true about their characters? It was the lion was looking for courage, the Tin Man was looking for a heart, and then the Scarecrow was looking for a brain. Those were supposed to be like metaphors for trolls.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't go out and say it. And part of it, I was going to put little troll heads on that. I'm like, don't do that. And then the Dorothy.
Talking about this up here.
Well, no. So look right above Dorothy's head. It's
right there.
Yep. Do you know what that is? This is a deleted scene from The Wizard of Oz. That is, so you know there were munchkins on the scene, right? In the storyline.
Yeah.
You know, and the munchkins were not paid well, were not treated well. And this is a deleted scene that they had to take out. That's a munchkin hanging himself. And I use that as my thumbnail.
Dissing him?
Well, I mean, it was really just to see if anybody would respond. And part of it is like the whole analogy is like kind of what goes on, like the whole drama that I'm dealing with. You got a lot of like innocent normie people getting thrown under the bus, getting hit pieces on them. And I sort of was using this as a way to illustrate that, you know, I don't mind the lighthearted humor. I don't like the very personal attacks is where, you know, that was supposed to symbolize the personal attacks that I've been dealing with. So like I said, thanks for listening, guys. It was a very twisted thing that I did. But like I said, there's methods to my madness. And I mean, this is just like chapter 3. Like, so if you guys think I'm nuts now, I mean, it's like I write this stuff daily, and it's like I have one video a week, and rather than to make a video every day and just shit something out, I would rather come at them every week and be like, what the fuck is this guy gonna say next? Or it's like this, like funny thing is like how my sub count's like right above 400, not growing a whole lot, but my view counts are like over double my sub count right now. And that's actually, I would rather have that type of momentum.
Yeah, no, that's how it's supposed to be. Real quick, let me shout out Tim Wolf with the €2 and €2 and 49 euro cents. I don't even know how to say that. Let me tip my fedora at you. Hold on. Appreciate that.
There you go.
Right. And shout out to Ned, a channel member officially. Good to have you, buddy. Good to have you back. And next time you're at that hookah shop, be sure to call in. We want to be there when you finally cold approach that girl. Dylan Islander in the house. Paige Glitch, Robert Brooker. Good to have you guys here. Christina DK, Big Jake's Ranch.
Well, who do we got on the panel now?
We got Trick and Tricky down on the bottom right. We've got Jace in the top right. And we've got haters make you famous in the bottom left. Haters make you famous. Who are you?
I'm going to mute my mic and let these guys talk since I've been talking a lot. So,
okay. Jace, what's going on? You can unmute yourself, Jace.
Hey, sorry about that.
You're good.
Trying to sneak around the workplace to get a little silence.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at work, maybe you don't want to get in too much trouble.
Nope, in the clear for now, but if I do leave abruptly, that'll be why.
All good. So,
Right.
Steam Room with the our studio audience is curious what's going on in the Steam Room.
Oh no, no updates. It's just dead in the water, you could say.
Dead in the water.
Yeah, got to come to grips with that.
You still see her on a regular basis?
Around, but not there anymore. Not the, I guess,
Yeah.
not the place of conversation, unfortunately.
No, yeah. And on the stream, when we get a bunch of dude bros on, they like to talk shit and joke around about stuff. But no, really, it's a great skill to have, to be able to read the room. And especially at the gym, it's pretty fucking obvious when a girl wants you. And it's pretty obvious when she just wants to be left alone, or she's just not interested in you. They make it obvious. Anybody with just the slightest bit of social awareness can understand that. And yeah, I mean, you probably don't want a reputation of a guy that's like thirsty and running around and just, desperately trying to hit on every girl that gives him a little bit of attention. So yeah, I understand, but you still should have made a move when you had the chance.
No, I don't know. I just, I don't really think there was one. It's just sometimes coincidence can be seen as opportunities, whereas, yeah, some will just look the other way and some will go with said coincidence as some sort of golden opportunity.
Yeah.
Someone having manners isn't exactly an indicator of interest.
Yeah. Right. I mean, fuck, I don't know. I don't know enough details.
I do wish you were there. I do wish you were there to analyze this. It would have been, if you saw everything in person, you'd have probably a better perspective on it. But
yeah, it's usually pretty easy to tell when somebody, when a girl is attracted to a guy.
Yeah, that's how I see it also. Just, well, wouldn't it be more obvious? And then so I'll just take my foot off the pedal.
Shout out to Raging Tomato. And Raging Tomato, you have a premiere coming on tonight, don't you? At some time? I'll send everybody over there when it goes live. What time is it? Where's fuck. $7 p.m. Yeah, that's 2 hours away. That'd probably be about when I'm ready to end. Yeah.
LFA man. LFA man, big up with the 100K baby.
Number one in the hood, G.
Yes, brother.
I'm I know there's a lot of people that have crossed the 100K threshold, and there's people with like 250 million, but I'm still number one in the hood, G.
That's what's up, man. Because to be on this earth, to be on this journey, to see people that you just akin to, it's just a beautiful sight to behold, man. And may it rise to 200, 300, 400. and just to the stars, man. But it's just a beautiful journey, man. It's beautiful to see it grow, and it's beautiful to see this community just rising, people waking up, people smelling coffee, people become more aware about the dynamics between men and women. It's just a beautiful sight to behold, mate. So why to pick you up
and being positive about it.
Yes.
That's the thing, because like there are truths that are kind of hard for some people to accept, but I don't know. We have a way of accepting these truths here and being cool with it, and we don't have negative attitudes, and we don't think it's over for any of us, and we don't hate women or anything like that. And a lot of people do.
And I mean, LFA, I mean, I just have to be honest. Like I've had recently 3 rejections from women.
Yeah.
Like, like, of course, you could feel the sting of it, but I know what I've been through. Everything's good. I'm definitely just on board. I'm good. I'm clean because I want to be with someone that wants me for me, and I don't want to change myself to try to, get all the honeys, because I know that the ones that want me, the ones that don't want me, fine. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be real with them, and just keep on trying. But sometimes you also have to take a little break, and then you'll go out there and have a good time again.
Yeah.
As long as honesty is the only way. Like if people running around, not being honest with themselves, man, it's going to be a tough life for them, sadly.
Yeah. I don't
There's
know.
no escaping, man. There's no escaping. The truth will always find its way. And the more we can make these people realize that the truth is the way, the more they wake up feeling, why was I playing with myself? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think there's 2 major approaches that Manosphere people teach when it comes to dealing with women. And one approach is coming from a perspective of women don't notice you, so you need to be out there approaching as many of them as possible and, trying to make something out of nothing. But then there's another side that's like, women do want you, and just don't be a pussy, just talk to them because they already want you. And I think you're either going to be one of those 2 guys. So you're the guy that is getting no attention, so you need to be aggressive. You're the guy that does get attention, and it's like you just need to find the right balance. Because no matter what situation you're in, you can still screw things up.
Yeah. It's definitely like, just also with like, this path, like with age comes wisdom. Like you just, when you're like on a date, like there's no rush for me. I'm just sitting, observing, speaking to the person, and if there's something that the person is like saying that's like wild and stuff, then I'm just going to call out and say that, man, that's not for me. And like, you just see the person's like, I can't control him. Like, I need a simp. and then they start to throw all kinds of weird, like dodgy questions. I'm like, I'm not so sure about this one. Like, I'm just keeping moving, just see like, what's going to happen. But it's like they reach the point where they're like, nah, I'm out because I can't control them. They really don't like that. They want a man that they can control.
Mm-hmm.
It's like overtime for them to be with a guy that's like awakened. They're like, man, I need someone that's still sleeping.
Yeah. What's the what debate is going on Ashley XO's channel? No pill versus red pill. Are those guys red pill? I know, like I've heard of Andrew Wilson. I thought he was like God pill. Like he's God, like like I don't know if you call him like the tradcon type, like traditional conservative type. And I don't the Sergio, that's the guy that was on the shore with Master Yoda, right? I think so. I know Alex and Ashley, but so Ashley and Alex are no pill, and these other 2 are red pill. I don't think these other two are red pill. Like red pill would be like Rolo and like Myron Gaines.
Isn't Sergio the purple pill guy? Or am I thinking of someone different?
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He
Okay.
gave you the hint because he got the purple on the side of his head.
Okay. Yeah, I thought he was the purple pill guy.
Yeah, that's what it said on the short Purple Pill Pod.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I guess I don't know which one would be which, but no, I plan to check that out. It's always a good little, want a good dosage of drama. I wanted to mention something that Sarah the Raging Tomato continues to ignore and downplay, and think that it's not a big deal and it's just some random coincidence. And that's the fact that 4 different times now, both the Raging Tomato and myself have dropped a parody video on the same day. So the first 2 times I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. That's cool. Whatever. And then the third time I mentioned it to her, I'm like, Sarah, do you realize that we just dropped a parody on the same day? And I said to her, Blaine Williamson, and it was so weird. This is my proof that she, like, this was like totally unplanned because she didn't even know who my parody character was. And then I had to point out to her, like, yeah, no, this character made a debut like hours before you did your premiere. And then even just yesterday, or my live stream had a parody character. Yeah, and then she just finishes her parodies. I'm like, what is going on here? This is wild stuff. Anyways, I threw out this idea to Sarah, doing like a sketch comedy show for YouTube.
Oh,
a what?
What's up, Riggs?
what's up, brother?
Like a YouTube show that's scripted, but it's kind of like Saturday Night Live. But I mean, obviously, you would have to plan it like you'd have to do heavy video editing and script it a lot. But
No, you got to do
honestly,
it live, man.
What's that?
You got to do it live. You guys got to create characters and play that character the whole time. One time last year in like January, I did a whole 3-hour live stream with a different accent. Like I had like a cowboy accent.
Yeah.
And like people that didn't watch my channel had no idea. They just thought I talked like that.
Yeah.
I think I remember that video.
The idea would be to do like live sketches, but then like, I mean, you see on if you're using StreamYard, you have that little video panel where you could cut to like a 2-minute sketch if you wanted to real quick. And so you could do like what I did on my live stream is like I had my script and then I played the parody in with my script. So I mean, I think that would be great. And then plus with like, I kind of feel like me, Neo, and Sarah, our channels are young and hot right now, and maybe that would be a good way to launch us into a new level.
Yeah, evidently I'm not young and hot anymore. I just had a birthday. I'm 38, but you know
Real
what?
quick,
Shit.
this is where.
LFA.
Hold on, Trick and Tricky. This is where my thin skin comes in. I'm going to respond to this tomato comment here. LOL taper.
No problem.
Can you put it up and everybody can read it, actually? Or I can just read it. Okay. LOL taper, you couldn't even focus to give me a field report for my news video, and I gave you 2 weeks to do it. I have a response for that. Is I don't shit out anything if it's going to suck. And that's why you didn't get it, Sarah. All right.
Well, hot damn. Real quick, since Riggs is on, I was barking at the chat a couple of weeks ago saying the NFL is all fucking scripted. So it's like wrestling. Riggs, I want you to watch this real quick. I'm going to put this up on the screen and we'll try to make this as quick as possible, but check out this fucking work here.
Yeah, let's run it.
This is probably copyrighted like fuck. So I'm going to mute it.
Well, don't say it out loud, dog.
Yeah.
We'll watch it. Let's see what's up.
All right. So watch. Okay. So can you see the screen here? Can you see that my mouse too?
Yep. I got you.
Okay. Brock Purdy.
Yep.
And okay, here we got a defensive end. So we're just going to start here, but this is a bunch of plays and I'm just going to show you all these. Brock Purdy has zero athleticism. He can't fucking move. And by the way, he's an okay quarterback. Peyton Manning couldn't move. Tom Brady couldn't move, but he can't move, right? He's a fence post.
He doesn't have an arm. But go on.
Yeah, but okay, so watch this. Watch this defensive end, way more athletic than him. Watch him just kind of flail around, not even try to get a sack, not even try to put his arms up to stop the pass. That one's not too obvious. But hold on, let's keep going. Okay. This one right here. Which one are we looking at? Okay, overtime. This is the big one right here. Watch. Okay, so he fakes the handoff to McCaffrey.
Yep.
And then I want you to watch this play. First of all, the offensive lineman doesn't block, and that's what the dude in this video is talking about. But watch as it goes. Okay. So right here, you've got Christian McCaffrey, offensive player of the year, wide open. Right here, you're going to have Kittle, top 5 tight end in the NFL right now.
Kittle's blocking, right? Okay.
Yeah, but he's going to shed the block and be wide open for a first down. Then you're going to look up here. What's his name? The top receiver? Yuko or what?
It's something with the A. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Wide open for a touchdown. And watch who he throws to. The only guy that's not open. So look, okay, hold on. We're going to pause right here. Look, Kittle, wide open, first down. Yeah. McCaffrey, wide open, touchdown.
Ayuk, open.
Ayuk, wide open. Yeah, and this Ayuk is fucking, watch this. Look at fucking Ayuk and fucking all by himself. And this is overtime. Oh. This is the game-winning touchdown. And he doesn't go to him. He goes to the one guy that's not open, and he overthrows the shit out of him. So, I mean, say what you will about that, but to me, that looks pretty fucking rigged. Okay, now this play. Okay, so 4th and 1. Right here, you got Travis Kelce, the top tight end in the NFL. Right here, you got Nick Bosa, the top defensive end in the NFL. And watch this play. Okay, so right here, he fakes the handoff to Pacheco.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. You have Nick
Kelce
Bosa.
Just lets Bosa.
Yeah. Kelce, watch. First, Kelce doesn't touch Bosa. This is just how fucking these motherfuckers know what they're doing. Watch. So, watch this. So, first of all, Kelce runs right past Bosa. Look, he fucking sheds like he doesn't even touch him. And Bosa doesn't touch Kelce.
In that formation, a tight end you'd have to block for the pocket off the rip. Like that's your position. That's why you're there.
And Bosa, best defensive end in the NFL, would fucking just grab Kelce and just slam him into Mahomes. That would be the play. But neither one of them make contact. So it's like, what the fuck? And you see Bosa, it's like, okay, well, maybe Bosa's trying to cheat and eyeball Mahomes because he sees Mahomes has the ball. Pacheco's already out of the play. And he sees, okay, Mahomes has the ball. And watch this shit. Hang on, it's paused on their end, but I've hit play. Okay. Come on, start moving. Okay. So Bosa runs towards the running back while he's looking at Mahomes. So look.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, right here. He knows damn well Mahomes has the ball. He's staring right at him, right? You see that. He sees that, and the ball is right up front. It's not hidden. Runs towards the running back and then pretends like, oh. And then watch.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So he slides, but then we have another one. Then the next time Mahomes takes off, they do it again. Wait, 3rd and 6. I don't think this is the play that I'm looking for.
But even then, even on that play, like you see the safeties in the back, and they blitz or whatever. But that was just a no-brainer. Like college kids could run that play better.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Okay, this 3rd and 1, this is when Mahomes takes off. To me, this is the funniest one. Because, okay, watch this. First of all, Mahomes is not very athletic. He's not very fast. This defensive end is probably every bit as fast or faster than Mahomes. Could have tackled him there, but doesn't. Watch, he just kind of flops around. And then you have Fred Warner, arguably the best linebacker in the NFL. Runs look at that angle. I mean, tell me this isn't fake. Watch this fucking angle.
Take him.
Like, okay, Mahomes doesn't juke. Mahomes can't juke. He's not capable of it, and everybody knows that. He's a fucking fence post, but he can run a little bit. But you know he's going to run straight, and he's either going to slide or he's just going to take the contact and take the hit, right? Because that's all he does.
But still, as a linebacker, you have like right there, that's 5 yards. Like you should be able to line up and hit him with the thunder, but he doesn't.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. And I'm going to play this in slow-mo too. Hold on. Just watch. Look at this angle. Like that's so fucking fake. I mean, come on.
This is great tactical insight.
Nobody's believing that shit.
He had all the time to square up and get leverage and blast Mahomes. Like it's a quarterback. It's not a running back up the middle.
Yeah.
Like if you have 5 yards to square up and knock him off his block. And he's like, oh, just run by, dog. And I'll pretend. Like what?
100%. Hold on. I'm just going to pull up. Okay. Fred Warner's 40-yard dash is a 4.6. Now let's look at Patrick Mahomes. 4.6.
Patrick Mahomes looked like a stay-at-home dad. Like you see him in his jersey, like he's thick.
He's a 4.8. So Fred Warner is a 4.6 and Mahomes is a 4.8. And I know to people out there that don't play sports, you might not know the significance of that. But if they're in an Olympic sprint and, you know, it's like a 40-yard dash in an Olympic sprint. That's like a good 3 steps ahead. You know, when you watch those races and somebody just gets fucking blown out, like it's not even fucking close. Like the memes when you have like the first like Kenyan sprinter against like a bunch of white dudes and it's the meme and he's like 10 yards ahead of them. That's the difference.
Excuse me.
But he for some reason couldn't catch him. He got blown out by him. I don't know. I mean, hey, say what you want, but there's also channels out there. I mean, we don't have to get into it too much, but they go over the Vegas odds and they show like how hard they flipped on each play. So it was just like, I don't know.
But the biggest thing with the Vegas odds, and I've like people that aren't familiar with Vegas odds, or you watch the NFL, you don't think it's like hyped up. You will notice anytime it's crunch time and a team's near the red zone, Vegas odds will damn near flip right before your eyes.
Yeah.
Right before your eyes.
No, yeah, and sometimes people criticize like you might see a team that's down by 10 points with 3 seconds to go and they kick a field goal or some shit like that. It's because they're down 10 and the spread is 7.5 and if they make 3 points, they lose by 7 and somebody loses millions of dollars and somebody wins millions of dollars. Yep. And people just don't understand that stuff, but it obviously happens, but I don't know.
Well, then you think about about refs too. Like they could flag something. Like some plays they'll let holding go, right? They'll let holding go all day or pass interference like a motherfucker. Flag when it comes to plays like that, they'll let holding go all day or pass.
Yeah, who's Christina, is that you? Are you watching us on YouTube too?
All
right. Yeah, we're good. Christina.
Either go on the laptop because.
Okay. Yeah. Switch to the laptop.
Well, I have to go on my laptop because everything is echoing. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good. Yeah, but that play, come on, man. That last play with Fred Warner, that was such a joke. Like
there's so many. Like you're an NFL caliber. You're an NFL like, and you're just gonna like, like you didn't know the coverage that was behind you before the snap when you lined up on defense. Like, you know, the coverage, like I don't know. Unless you don't, and I'm not even like, I never played football growing up. I've been watching like the past maybe like 6 or 7 years. And like, even me, like I can even see and be like, bro, like this is horse shit. Like there's some bullshit going on. Like you're talking some of the most athletic individuals on the fucking planet making millions of dollars. You're gonna tell me like that's the angle you're gonna play when Mahomes runs?
Yeah.
Like what? Like
it's comical.
Like, come on.
And the play when I mean watching what Bosa did, you gotta think Bosa is like he's like the freak of nature of the NFL right now. He's the defensive end. He's that dude, right? He's like the guy, the defensive player that all the offenses are afraid of.
Bosa's goated.
Yeah, for sure. And he, I mean, the fact that he just lets Travis Kelce slide by, like doesn't even touch him, like, and he watches Mahomes fake the handoff, looks dead at Mahomes with the ball in his hand, and then runs the other way.
And goes after the running back. It's like, wait, like what?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
people at that level, that doesn't happen.
yeah,
Like,
he's been,
yeah.
No, I mean, he went to a high school that's a college football pipeline. So like they educated him on how to play the game. He went to Ohio State for 3 years. He played with fucking Urban Meyer. I mean, fucking genius coach. They trained him up good. And now he's a fucking Pro Bowler in the NFL. He knows what he's doing. You know, he's
Just not on that play.
Yeah. I mean, he
The crucial
obviously,
ones.
it was like watching wrestling. But you know, some wrestlers, like, I guess if you watch like Goldberg versus Triple H, it's believable, or like Mick Foley versus Undertaker, it's kind of believable because they're like they actually kind of hit each other. They're hardcore, you know, they're tough guys, and it's like they actually make it look believable. But then you'd watch like The Rock versus Stone Cold, and they're just like show off wrestlers, and they're just like obviously like the hits aren't even coming close to hitting each other. You know, and that's kind of what last night's game was, or the night before last. It was just like, come on, you guys can make this look a little bit more believable.
A lot of people don't realize it though, right? Like, 'cause it's like, oh, if you're eating wings and you're at a party or whatever, you eating some tri-tip fresh off the grill, y'all chopping it up, having some beers. It's just, like that's what happened. But like when you actually watch the shit, you're like, wait a second, like what? And there was a couple times in that game too, like I was seeing people jump off sides like a motherfucker, no flags.
Yeah.
No flags, like jump off sides and get a sack. But we sacked him, and I'm like, where was the flag on the offsides? Like that motherfucker jumped like a motherfucker early. Like what?
Yeah. Well, but you know why they do that? And so in wrestling, they'll do things. It's like improvising just in case. And let's say it's like 3rd and 21, and it's like, okay, we need the other team to pick up a first down on this play. And, you know, it looked like whatever, like we need, they have to pick up a first down. So you might see the defense step off sides. So even if the pass is incomplete, they'll still get another try, or they'll still get a first down. You know, or
no, exactly. They'll be like 10-yard penalty,
hit.
first down.
Yeah. I mean, they do things. I know a lot of people are probably listening and like they're saying that's bullshit. It's real.
Can I please say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
The guy on the right looks like fucking Ice-T.
Ice-T?
Mm-hmm.
Trick and Tricky?
Like Mr. T.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Ice-T, I don't know. A little bit mixed.
That's the best compliment I've ever received in my life. Thank you.
Really? Oh, thank you.
Good deal.
Well, LFA, a lot of this bullshit's going on in the NBA too.
Oh yeah.
The traveling is just out of hand.
Yeah.
There's some great compilations videos on that.
Yeah. That channel that I was playing that from, it's called Rigged Sports TV, I think. Hold on.
You look good, bro.
Where the fuck?
Yeah.
I think too, even in in the Bills game too, Josh Allen in the playoffs, the last play where he went for the haymaker, you could tell it was rigged up. Like there's just no way. Like you could see it. Like I don't know. I don't get how people can watch like.
Yeah, I don't really watch American football, but I watch soccer. I'm a huge supporter of Arsenal. I've watched them since I was 4, and like this season, there's been some corrupt matches going on again. Like it just sucks the living energy out of you, man. You just don't really want to like tune in because you're like what's gonna happen this week?
Oh my God, Mr. Sock, you watch soccer? My ex would like.
Of course, man. I've got that from England.
Dude, everybody pretends that they're dying on fucking soccer. It's hilarious. It's
No,
like
because
they didn't
like
actually
literally, like I
follow.
thought, like
They
as
just
father from England,
pretended.
like that's his whole religion.
It's so fucking ridiculous.
No, it's not. It's not. It's actually brilliant. Tune in.
And not to a pussy.
Yeah, but that channel
To
is
each their
called
own.
that channel is called Rigged Sports Media.
No,
And-
that was my ex, man.
Oh, damn. Yeah, no, but if you're ever just sitting around smoking or like whatever, and you're just looking for something funny to watch, it's unintentionally funny because it's just like he's just like legitimately showing how fucked up the plays are. But
But LFA, you have to be. It's so funny. He accidentally, quote unquote, gets hurt, and he's like, "Oh, my fucking arm!"
yeah, no, they do that.
Hurt.
Yeah, they do that in all sports. It's just like wrestling. It's like you get hit with a chair, you have to fake the injury. You're knocked out. You're laying on the mat for like 30 seconds.
And that's another thing with the injuries, right? Call me crazy. What was the guy's name? He was a starting linebacker for the Niners. Green something. I forgot his name. Right. So they go to start the play. This motherfucker walks off the bench and all of a sudden his Achilles explodes. And that's what they report back.
Dude,
I
I
had a problem
tore
with
my
his
ACL
Achilles.
more than once.
Like he was coming off of the bench and his Achilles somehow exploded. Like you got to get up earlier in the day, doc. Like I don't
Right.
believe that.
Exactly.
And then he's carted it off. And like another key cornerback on the Niners. Somehow something happens, his shit
what's
exploded.
hilarious?
I'm like, there's no way.
I was play fighting with my friend when I was about 16, and he body slammed me to the ground, and I completely tore my ACL. I had no idea. I'm like, I'm okay. I woke up, fucking fell on the ground. It really sucked. I walked on it for about 10 years, but then it kind of got really messed up. So 10 years later, I had to get it fixed. And they took the left leg of my hamstring to put it in my right string.
10 years later?
Damn.
Yeah, I know. I kept walking on it like a dumbass.
Christina.
Sorry.
Is it better now?
Actually, these days, I think it's getting worse, but that's fine. I'll figure it.
And it was what was it? It was pulled, or it was?
No, I actually completely tore it.
And you walked on it for 10 years?
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? Your ACL?
Yeah, my ACL and my right knee. I literally fucking tore the whole thing. Sorry for
Doesn't your ACL, like when you pull it, isn't it like one of those snap-on bracelets that like wraps around? Like, doesn't it do that inside?
Pretty much in your leg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gone. But I'm like, I'm okay, like a fucking dumbass. And I kept, it was so swollen. I kept like down the stairs, but like it was so swollen. So I was like going downstairs.
Yeah, so like Doug G said, like, what about Greenlaw? They got hurt, right? Like, it's you know what I mean? Like, okay, starting linebacker on the Niners, somehow his Achilles explodes taking a light jog onto the field, right? And the announcers. Well, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Greenlaw in the game. But so anyway,
no, it's Achilles heel.
Yeah. So and then even the announcers sell it to you, right? They're like, oh man, like Greenlaw's out. That's a starting linebacker. That's really going to affect the Niners. Like, blah. It's like when you hear that, you're like, man, you really are just trying to sell me some bullshit.
But you know what, LFA? Like, I was play fighting with my friend. I think I was like 16, and I was play fighting. We always play fighted, and he like fucking body slammed me, and all I heard was a big ass pop. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I'm fine. I tried to get up. I kind of collapsed.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. And my friend,
Bomba
like a meter away, they're like, we
Bomba.
Yeah, bomba clot. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But whatever.
Rasclat.
The rasclat. Don't even get me started.
Now, if anything, it just makes me like it justifies me watching wrestling if everything's fake, then you can't make fun of me for watching the fake shit.
Oh, I
That's
will
why I
not.
like relationships, because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's all fake.
Got him.
Yeah, no, man. Was that like, I don't know.
Truth be told, I'm a simp. And
No, you're not.
oh yeah, big time.
No, you're so not.
I'm a beta male.
I fucking highly doubt. Sorry, I highly doubt that.
You know what? Actually, LFA, you brought up a good topic.
What's that?
I'm a
Simping.
beta orbiter.
But he's
No.
awesome.
I want to throw this out there, guys. Please listen, and we got about half dozen people.
All right. Tell us
Go
what
around
you
and get
think.
everyone's opinion after I say this.
All right.
I think if we probably watched a lot of YouTube content, red pill content, and we have been led to believe that simping is a bad thing. But I would like to maybe shift gears a little bit, and maybe we are not simping enough. Maybe we need to increase the simp degree like up mildly a little bit. And maybe most of us will have more success. I don't know. Can we get some thoughts on the panel?
Who's not having success?
Why would you want to increase simping? What does that do?
Listen to what I just said. I didn't say become a simp. I said maybe mildly increase the simping. Just
no, I
turn it up a
I
little.
acknowledged that. I said, why would I increase simping to get better
I didn't
results?
I didn't say that necessarily you needed to.
It's actually funny. What's it called? William.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, like when I was a simp, I had more women.
Well, no, here.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Can
more
you guys tell
mommies.
me exactly what a simp actually means? Because I'm still not sure what the hell that means.
Okay, a simp would be like a guy, just in general, a general definition, Christina, a guy who just especially sucks up to women, like goes overboard, kissy, flower. Oh, you're at work today. Let me 1-800-Flowers you. That's a simp.
Yeah.
Kissing those feet.
But for real, I think I was getting it in my head that I can't compliment a woman or something.
I mean, you could, but just some pussy.
What I'm trying to say is, guys, I don't want to go in details of my personal life, but I sort of had to incorporate, like, maybe I need to, just simp a little. Don't like kiss her butt or anything,
Yeah, please.
the time is appropriate for that. But it's like, for real, it's just like you really do. When I'm out on a daily basis talking to a girl, I will start to compliment her on her looks, and if I can tell she especially got ready for the day, I'm not afraid to throw those compliments out.
That's
at
not
her.
simping.
Well, here's the thing. How do we define something?
What?
But I hear what he's saying though. Like there's I'll get in fucking arguments with people, and I'll just make a claim, like I'll be talking about going out with somebody and like we're just having a good time, and then we end up having sex, and they'll be like, "Whatever, you fucking simp. You're nothing but a pussy." Like, and somebody one time, some dude called me a pussy licker. He's like, "Shut up, pussy licker. You're a fucking simp." And I'm just like, at what point, like, does this word just lose its meaning? Like,
Yeah.
if I eat pussy, it's because I wanted to. Like, I literally fucking wanted to. I was in the mood to do it.
That's
My Buddha.
Yeah.
My question is, how did he know?
I'm not gonna say this.
Well,
shit.
in
What's that?
LFA, it's like guys who say that to you, like you're a pussy licker. I think that's
No,
more.
they're happy about it.
I think that's more jealousy than
no,
anything.
man, actually.
Yeah. So my definition of simping is basically catering to a woman with hopes of winning her over. Like, I mean, if you buy a woman something because you appreciate her and that's your girl, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? But if you buy a woman something because you're trying to get her to like you, you're simping.
Yeah, that's
That-
bullshit.
True.
That's the difference. Whereas if she's already kind of earned her spot in your life and you have a good relationship and, simping is normal in that situation.
You
But-
know what? I think I'm a simp because I tend to buy shit for people.
Hey,
Does that mean I'm a simp?
but if it's lopsided,
Only if you're expecting a certain
I bought him a
reciprocation that they
blowtorch, I
never
bought
agreed
him
to.
yeah,
Quite a few crazy shit.
Hey, there are old songs about this. Can't buy my love.
Buying shit for a girl is not a bad thing, but realize
Oh, I got him a taser. I got him a blowtorch. I pretty much bought him like a Swiss Army knife.
Some ninja stars. Maybe
Yeah,
some
I
nunchucks.
shit like that for some reason. Yeah, nunchuck. No, he didn't know how to use them, so I figured that wasn't
well,
a
a
good.
man like that, he probably sit
It's a
on
gift
top
that
of the
counts.
nunchucks.
Yeah, he'd probably
Probably be using them as a seat.
stab his ass and.
yeah. Well, but before I knew what the Manosphere was, they have terms like there's like a red pilled alpha, there's a blue pilled alpha, and there can be a red pilled beta too, like a.
Hey, wait, hold on, Blake.
I think a
Beta.
I think a red pilled beta would be like kind of like a black pillar, because like they're red pilled on everything, but they take a defeatist mindset.
Is it more like conservative rather than liberal?
What?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, fetus
Listen,
mindset.
I don't fucking know, man.
No, but and then you have like a blue pilled alpha that like, he fucks, he makes money, he has a good life, everything's good, but he just has no idea why anything is happening the way it is. He
One
just
that works in the fucking office with no natural hands at work.
Well, it's like the bodybuilder that has no idea what's going on, like no idea why women like him, but they fucking like him, and he's fucking all the time.
That's so funny. Okay.
Well, but I think most guys out there kind of fit that. Well, not most, but a lot of guys fit that mold before they find the Manosphere. So
No, I like
there-
construction workers.
Well, so they're a guy that is like getting
Concrete
laid
gang.
regularly. Maybe they're like kind of simping sometimes and they don't realize it, but maybe they're not. Maybe they're being like cocky douchebags half the time and they don't realize it, but they just kind of just go about life.
Yeah,
And-
they're like, I know the fucking internet, blah blah
And-
blah. It's like,
And for a lot of those guys, when they find the Manosphere and they get red pilled, their results actually like dip big time, because they're like, now that they start to overanalyze things and overthink things, and they're like, oh, wait a minute, I don't want to simp. So I don't know. I mean, I guess pick your poison there, but I guess the one advantage to being quote unquote red pilled is kind of having an understanding of like, I guess the concept she's not yours, she's just your turn is one that I don't really like, but it's a good one to sort of keep in your mind. So when a woman blindsides you and just divorces you and leaves you and like fucks you over, at least you're not like zeroed out and depressed and down and out. Like, you're just kind of like, whatever.
that's
That's
really
based.
I love
Yeah.
it.
That's
Free from
That's, like,
lust.
really messed up.
That's how it should be. You have to operate from that standpoint. As a man, like basically as a man, like if you're not a degenerate just doing stupid shit with your life and you're actually productive or whatever, like low key, even to the average woman, you're a fucking mark. Like
Right.
you're a mark. Period.
Yeah, no, and I do see a lot of videos from mostly like these newer red pillars, usually guys that are in like their 20s and they're kind of new. But they make a lot of videos like a woman will never truly love you, or if you give a woman validation, she'll like lose respect for you, or women hate men that they can't play, that they can't take advantage of, and
That
things
is
like that.
sad.
And there's like some like kernels of truth to those concepts. But the thing is, if you're a guy that's smart enough to not get played, then it's like, okay, it doesn't matter anyways, because if a girl's trying to play you, then you vet her for that and you get rid of her. And on top of that, if you're a guy that women find attractive, then, okay, there's two reasons a woman will get with you. One is genuine desire. meaning you're getting loved, you could say, whatever, call it what you want. Or the second one is she's using you. So you're either getting loved or you're getting used. And genuine desire, by the way, could be that she's in her feelings about you, she's emotional for you, or it could mean that she thinks you're fucking hot and her hormones are going crazy and she wants to fuck you. So those are both genuine desire.
Did you ever
If you bring one of those two out, and usually if you bring one out, you bring both out, then she's not using you. You know, as a matter of fact, you probably have the upper hand in the relationship. But a lot of guys
never do that.
A lot of guys, and this is where they get caught up, is they're on the other side. They're not getting, she doesn't really want to fuck him and she's not in love with him. And that's where simping comes into play, because he's still trying to make the relationship work. And she's like, okay, this fucker is trying like hell to be with me. I have no interest in him. Like, I've showed him that. Okay, sure. I'll let him fucking take me out to dinner. I'll let him buy me shit. And they just get used.
No, I'm paying for the goddamn dinner.
All right, stop it. But I'm saying,
no, honest to God, I'm paying for it.
Yeah, but a man doesn't want you to pay for dinner. That doesn't make it
you know what? If
better
he wants
for him.
To be beautiful,
He wants to treat you.
I'm gonna pay for it.
But yeah, he wants genuine desire as well. I mean, yeah, what you're saying, LFA, it's pretty based. I mean, that's been my experience. When I got red pilled, it was after being married. It was after never having a problem with girls.
You already know me.
I just didn't know. I just didn't know what was going on. So when I started to have a frame,
I would pay for that shit.
When I started to have a framework for it, it made a lot more sense, and I could look back historically at all my relationships and realize what was going on that I didn't know at the time. It was just kind of hit and miss.
But also, like, just like being like mentally free from lust. So like when I go out now, everything's good. There's clarity in my mind. So, you know, I was with a girl the other week. We slept. I asked her if she was going to come by tomorrow, Valentine's Day. She said no, because, I'm a little bit too busy with some other men too. I'm like, oh, I actually didn't know that. Fair enough. Well, looks like I'm going to be spending Valentine's by myself, but it's all right.
Busy with other men?
I'm already free from lust.
She told you?
Excuse me?
She said she's busy with other men? That's what she told you?
Over text, yeah.
Oh, I would have raised the stakes. I'd been like, bring him over. Let's run a train. Let's get it. Escalate like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing
is
that
sorry, guys. I have to take a piss.
She was a very nice like individual, but you know, she just enjoyed being single, you know, and I can't front about that. Like, you know, if you want to be single and have fun, fair enough. You know, that you know, that is what it is. But the point I'm trying to make is that you have to be free from lust. That is the key, because then you won't be dragged in all kinds of directions by all these males or females. Doesn't matter what you're into, you know, just be free from lust and you'll be clutch.
Well, if you can do that, I say be free of outcomes.
Interesting too, yeah.
You have to be present. Go have a good time. Enjoy the date. If it doesn't go the way you want it to, that's fine. Maybe you don't have a way that you want it to go. Just observe and witness, experience. Just watch.
Yes. And I'm and I know people in the chat are talking about Christina paying. I guess I'm kind of old school and traditional, and there's a lot of like newer Manosphere people that will say like you shouldn't pay on the first date. That's simping or whatever. But I like to drive, even if it's her car. I'm driving her car. Like that's just the way it always goes. I pay for dinner. Pretty much if we're going on a date, it's going to end in sex. And that's not even like it's effortless because we both know beforehand we want to do that. And most of the girls that I go out with, I'm not like a one night stand kind of guy. Like I mean, to be honest, I mean, I guess I was when I was younger, but I mean, I was in a 9-year relationship and a 4-year relationship. And then, I mean, I guess I've had a few like at party one night stands, but when it comes to meeting women and like going through the process with them of getting to know them and shit, I usually hook up with them a lot more than one time. So if you've already smashed a girl like 6 times, you're no longer in a phase where it's like, if I don't fucking get laid tonight, I'm going to be pissed off. Like you're past that. You know what I mean? It's like, you're not like, well, shit, I better make the move on the right time here. And I better, you know, I don't want her to think I'm a wimp and don't know what I'm doing. It's just, you're past all that. I don't know, but I would say though that, you know, there have been situations, like there was one girl that I went out with, and we went to get a drink, and first we met at her apartment. We sat there for like an hour and we just like talked and bullshitted. Then we went to go drink, and we probably spent like $100, and we're about to leave, and I go to pay, and she like pulls my card out of my hand and then hands her card to the guy. And I ended up like not smashing her. Like, I don't know why it pissed me off. I was like, why'd you do that? Like, to me, like that makes me look, I don't know. It makes me look like worthless and like I'm like poor or broke or something. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm taking you out for drinks.
Feminism.
I can fucking pay. I don't know. I just think it's the man's role to do that.
It's funny. I think that's what guys
I've
want
also had
too.
like a similar situation like that. It's so pissing annoying, man. So pissing annoying.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Ned?
Hello.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, driving. I
Where are you
maybe
going
at the
to?
well, I'm gonna probably be heading to the hookah lounge later after 5.
You're out west, aren't you?
I am
So it's 3:45 right now.
43.
Yeah. I don't know how late we'll be live, but
Yeah.
no, yeah. Neo says if a woman likes you, they will have no problem paying. I don't, you know, the thing is, so when I was with my 9-year ex, let's say we went out to dinner, let's say, you know, dinner and we got a couple of drinks. Even if it was like a situation where like, you know, we lived together and we kind of like shared money, so it didn't really matter. But even if she was going to pay, she would like hand me her card. Like she would like take her card and put it in my pocket to pay. Like, and that's just the way that we were both old school, I guess. So it's like, even if she were paying, she doesn't want the waiter to know that she's paying. And she wants, like, it's kind of like a her thing as well. She wants the waiter to think that she's special enough for me to pay for her. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the way that it should be. But,
Agreed, man.
you know, whatever. I guess it's different when you're doing it for like a, it's like, it's an issue of your own character versus if you're doing it because it's an issue of like, you think your masculinity is on the line or you need to look alpha or you don't want to look beta. I think you should develop character. Like, in whatever that character is, you should just rock that. And I think it's good for a man to have character where it's like, I'm the man. That means 100% of the time when a major fucking issue is going on, I'm the one that, like, I'm the executive decision maker. And that's the way that it is. And when it's time to pay the bill, I'm that guy. Even if it's give me your card, I'm going to pay the bill.
Yeah.
You still take charge and you're the one that does it. You know what I mean?
And it's so interesting, LFA, because like there was a time where I was with a girl for like 4 months. You not really like a relationship, but you know, we did get to the part where do you want to be my girlfriend, this and that, but I still don't count as a relationship. Like in the Denmark, we have crowns, so I paid 500 crowns for like a kind of a big dinner, and then she just sent me 500, like to be like, no, I will pay for it. I'm like, no, not gonna happen. I just gave you. You can give the next meal if you want. I don't know, but this is my treat for you. And we had a big argument about it, and I just ended up just saying, you know what, there's the road. Like like I had to stand my ground, man. I just had to.
Damn right. Big Jake's Ranch says letting a woman pay leads to cucking. I know that's a joke, but what's funny about that So there was this girl that went to my gym a few years back, and at the time she was married. She was like freshly married to a guy, and we're walking on the treadmill next to each other, and we just kind of start talking, and she talks about her sink, like her sink is broke, something's wrong with it, and so I'm like, well, I guess your husband's gonna be busy tonight or something like that, and she's like, no, he doesn't know how to fix it. He's gonna have to call somebody. And I was like, huh. And I don't know why it's kind of like a dickheaded thing for me to say. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of weird. A guy calling another man to come over and handle business for him. That doesn't make sense. And she like, to her, it was like so funny that I said that. And they ended up getting a divorce like a few months later. And I can say 100%. I think I was the first guy that smashed her after they divorced. But I do think that there's something to that. I do think it's like, it is like being a cuck when another man is doing manly things for you in front of your wife. And I think that leads to, that sort of activity. That's just my opinion. Whatever. Hold on. Jamie says, on a second date, he asked me if I had my first kiss. We have a 14-year age gap. On a second date, he asked me if I had my first kiss. Oh, so he's 14 years older than you, and you're younger than him, and he asked you if you've ever kissed a guy. Is that what you're asking?
Damn, man, she must be young.
Sorry.
I don't think it was my fault they divorced. I think it was doomed to happen anyways.
LFA, man, I have to wake up early for work, baby. One love, everyone. One love, LFA.
Okay, buddy. Thanks for coming
One
on.
love, guys. Cheers for
What's
having me on.
up,
Be
Good
good.
motherfucker?
He says yes. So on a second date, he asked me if I had my first kiss. We have a 14-year age gap. Okay, so if he's talking about kissing, it's almost like if you're having a conversation with somebody, and like for a guy out there, if you're having a conversation with a girl and she's like looking at your lips every 2 seconds, she probably wants to kiss you. So like it's an indicator that she wants to kiss you. Or if she's like looking at your body, it's an indicator that she wants to, she wants to touch it.
Not necessarily.
And if a guy is asking if you've ever had your if you've had a first kiss, then 100% he's not quite sure how to make a move and kiss you, but he's trying to get that momentum going in that direction. So he wanted to kiss you and wasn't sure how to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. What the hell am I gonna say? Maybe. Mwah.
No, well, she just had a question, so I was answering it.
Tell her I said it's not an easy answer.
It's a very easy answer. Look,
Well, no,
if a guy asked her if she's ever kissed before and they're on a date, 100% he wanted to kiss her.
yeah, but how would she feel?
Well, right. He didn't have a very good approach. Like he could have went about it a much better way. But
well, hopefully he's gauging her response to the question.
yeah. Yeah, no, it's not necessarily like even a bad move. Like, if she wanted to kiss him and like there was tension and she really wanted to do it and he said something like that, then she'd be like, she would answer in a way that sets it up to happen. I think that's what he was going for.
Okay.
Yeah. Big Jake's Ranch. It must be a Midwestern thing, but a guy who can't take care of his own home gets put out of it by Chad. A Chad who can fix things around the house. LOL. That's a fact. That's 100%. That's a fact. Around the Midwest, the handyman gets her done. It is what it is. Can't be denied.
Hey,
Men are the romantics. Women are a little more practical when it comes to that.
Yeah. What's
When
up, V Taper?
Trust me, they're very practical.
What's up, V Taper?
God, I just sorry, I don't mean
I
to be
love
rude.
V Taper, man.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead,
no,
V Taper.
I didn't mean to change the subject, but I got somebody just left me a very funny diss comment on one of my videos, calling me this is a vinyl community person calling me a Manosphere pickup artist. I thought it was funny.
Which video is it on?
So yeah, no, go. It's on.
Just lean into it, V Taper. Just lean into it.
It's on my shorts. So what do you mean lean into it? Like
just fully accept it. Yes, I am.
Which
I'm not even gonna respond to
community.
it.
Which
I'm not
short
even gonna
is it?
respond to it. I'll probably salt it in as a joke on my live stream, but
yeah, there you go.
But it's funny because when Sarah jumped on that Rachel's Ghost show, suddenly everyone was like, "Oh, William's the alpha male, red pill alpha male Manosphere pickup artist of the vinyl community." So, I'm owning it. Trust me.
Hey, as long as they're talking about you, man, you're in a good place.
Oh, I know, man.
No press is bad press, dog.
Honestly,
Get it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hold on. And Jamie says the answer was no. The whole atmosphere changed. Well, yeah, you know, if something happens to make it awkward, then yeah. And you're the girl. You're the one that, like, the guy. Men are always in. We're always in go mode. You know what I mean? And all we need is an invitation or accepting our invitation, or just give us a green light, and we're all go. So when he tried to make his move and you didn't give him the green light, that's when it got awkward.
Well, is Jamie's first question was, on a second date, he asked me if I had my first kiss. What does that mean? You mean your first kiss ever? Or...
Yeah. I asked her and she said yeah. So he's 14 years older than her. So I'm guessing she's kind of young and he's a little bit older.
The picture doesn't look that young.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't look that young either. So what's up with the first kiss? Like, was it your first kiss?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sorry. The whole of... All right.
I don't think anyone knows who are you addressing, Christina?
LFA said, "Oh yeah."
No, I mean about Jamie's situation.
All right. Okay. Sorry, Sarah. You might have had a first kiss. I'm very sorry. Can you guys continue?
She said she's 22.
Not me.
She looks about 22.
Yeah, but you know, first kisses usually happen not usually, I guess for most people, it's in high school or earlier. So you were on a date with an older guy and he realized that you've never even been kissed before.
Yeah. And CSS Element, I think you'd be surprised with some of these younger, like, I'm not sure if you hang out with any like 21-year-olds or whatever, but
not too often. No, not now.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them they have substantially less experience than we had at that age, and even girls too. So imagine if you're getting all of your thrills out of social media and like out of Instagram. And it's like, I mean, a girl can lay in bed and be talking to like 10 dudes at once and they're all fucking 1,000 guys liking her pictures. And she doesn't even have to leave the house to get all that validation and all that, you know, excitement. And some of these girls, they have really low body counts and they are pretty inexperienced. You'd be surprised. And in our age group, literally everybody, especially if it was a girl that's attractive. And I guarantee you, like if Jamie, when I was 22, Jamie would be getting invited to a lot of parties. I'll put it like that.
Yeah.
And at those parties, dudes would be drinking, dudes would be partying, like shit would be going on, right? The first kiss, the 10th kiss, it would all be happening fairly quickly, right? But a lot of these younger people, they're not quite as experienced in the
well, I imagine the mood changed on the date because he essentially saw you as a child. And if he's older than you, then he might not want to, like, for your bother with that. He might want you to meet someone closer to your age so you can have those first experiences.
True. Yeah, and that's one of those things that, this whole concept of, which it is true, by the way, men do really pretty much reach their peak in, like, I would say, like, their early 30s for the most part. And women reach their, like, they're at their hottest usually in, like, their early 20s or some shit like that. But, or at least that's when they're out exploring the sexual market the most frequently. Well, I'll put it like that. Women explore the sexual market in their early 20s much more than they do at any other time period in their life. And men probably explore it more if they're still single around 30 years old, 31, 32, because they're established. They're not worried about, getting their, like, feet on the ground and, figuring out what they want to do with their life. Like, they figured that stuff out and now they can date and shit. But anyways, what was I going to say? Well, yeah, but there's just something, there's a special experience about being an 18-year-old guy and going through all of those experiences with an 18-year-old girl when, she's hot, you're both young and dumb, and you're experimenting, you're doing all of these things, and you get to go through that whole phase with somebody, and, then you spend the next 60 years together. Like, that is a good thing. That's an awesome thing. I think I praise anybody that does that. And you do kind of have to deal with this thing. If you follow the Manosphere blueprint of, like, just stay single in your 20s, at the age of 35, hopefully you're a millionaire, and then you can go find a hot 21-year-old. Works for Andrew Tate, works for a lot of people that, fit that mold correctly. But at the same time, you sacrifice the fact that it's not going to be exciting for you. So you're going to meet a 21-year-old girl, and she's not going to excite you the same way women excited you when you were 21, because now you have all this experience, you've been roughened up, hardened up a little bit, and it's just not the same exciting experience that it could have been, and some people would say that's a good thing because you're more level-headed and you're not going to get played and taken advantage of. But, you sacrifice something in order to get that. It is what it is. I don't know.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah, there's pros and cons. And it's up to you to decide. I mean,
with much younger girls than me. But yeah, there are some cons.
Well, and plus, you know what? Here's the thing. Like, sure, I've dated younger girls too, and I'm not opposed to guys dating younger girls, by the way. If you're like, but I'm not opposed to a 40-year-old dude dating a 20-year-old chick. Whatever. If that's what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. But one thing I will say, like, so I'm 38, and if I'm hooking up with, like, a 22-year-old.
I'm sorry, guys. I have to blow my nose.
Okay. We'll just mute you. I like hooking up with her is going to be fun, and I'm going to enjoy that. But then when I want a conversation, I would much rather talk to women my age. Like, I could have a much better conversation with a 38-year-old woman than I can have with a 21-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
But
I disagree. I mean, probably more for you.
That's why you keep multiple arrows in the quiver.
There you go.
For me personally, when I date women my age, because I don't have kids. Oh, okay. I guess better example would be like when I'm dating a woman my age, she typically divorced, has some kids. Those don't really work out for me because I've kind of always been under the impression like those women have already looked up to men in many ways. and sort of like when the women, the single moms that I've dated are already established, and I'm not exactly established like, you know, maybe other guys like her husband might be. So I have a harder time getting like a single mom to take me seriously. On the other hand, like when I'm dating a 22-year-old girl, she's all about it. She thinks I'm smart, funny, experienced. She looks up to me. So I always find those to be the best relationships for me. And then, you know, even as far as conversation goes, I enjoy talking to people more like a girl, for example, when she's looking up at me and I can tell she's interested in me rather than just like, I almost feel like if it's like another 38-year-old, it's just like more of a level-headed, yeah, no, we were from the generation, we can talk about pop culture or whatever, but I almost like the, you know, I get to teach this girl something. I get to be daddy in a way.
No, yeah. I mean, I get that too. There's no wrong answer to this,
No,
by
you're
the
right.
way.
And that's why we have, you know, several people
When
on
the
that
guys
share their
can
opinions.
teach women like shit that we don't know about, I think is awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that there is that dynamic. Like when you're teaching a woman something, because as men, we're very into learning things. Like there's a reason why there's so many men out there that play the guitar, but like I can't off the top of my head, I can't name a woman that plays the guitar, but I've seen dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands of men
I do.
hand their guitar to a woman or play guitar for a woman or hand their guitar to a woman and grab her hands and be over her shoulders and teach her how to play it. You know, but I've never seen a woman by herself play guitar ever. And that's a dynamic that takes place in a lot of different areas, like that being daddy, you know, that's a good thing.
I also play the piano, by the way.
Nice.
Well,
Got real quiet.
V-Taper,
What's going on?
they can always call you daddy, even if they're older than you.
You're right. No,
As long as you have a certain level of maturity or knowledge
you
that
know,
they respect and look up to.
right. Well,
don't
I think
you
from
guys
my experience, though, I am a rather immature 41-year-old. So it's just kind of
You're youthful.
a youthful 41-year-old. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of what I deal with. I talk to women my age, and they just, if a woman's not feeling my vibe or taking me seriously, or she's not the 41-year-old, you know, she would expect, then, I mean, I just keep it moving, you know. But I've had people criticize me, like, you know, they see me, you know, more interested or dating younger girls and like, well, why don't you date women your age? And it's not that I'm picking on the younger girls. It's I'm dating girls who take me more serious. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want it any other way.
Well, William, Jamie's working her way right into your conversation. She says she's surrounded by millennials and she enjoys talking to older people.
Is Jamie Asian? She looks like she could be. That's actually, give yourself about 3 bonus points for being Asian, Jamie.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, Christian, let me ask you, because you're out in Seattle. How's the lady scene out there? I sure miss my my few Asian crushes I used to have out there.
Well, most of the time, you're not sure if they're a man or a woman, so you got to be kind of careful.
You're right. You're right. I mean,
my
these days,
God.
and especially, I think there might be a
That's so fucked up.
the lady boy pandemic might be like, you know, a lot of these might be trying to. Never mind. I'm not going there actually.
Well, one of the frequent members here came out to Seattle, and we hung out. And
William,
we were out at a bar, and he thought, "Who's that girl over there? She looks pretty hot." And I was like, "You better look closer." And then she came inside to use the bathroom, walked past us, and
Oh wow!
I was
he made a
watching
wrong call.
I was watching iShow Speed's live stream the other day. I know why the fuck am I watching iShow Speed? I don't fucking care. You know, these younger YouTubers, I like to keep up with their lingo and their slang and all that. So I watch them sometimes. But anyways, I Show Speed is on there, and he approaches this like, I mean,
Yes.
I'm not going to go on record saying that she was good looking, but he was down in Brazil, and it was like this. He viewed her as like this really hot chick, and he walks up to her and shoots his shot because he does that a lot to girls on his streams. Like he's just bullshitting. Like he wants to make content. So like whether he gets rejected or she says yes or no matter what, it's content, right? So he walks up and shoots his shot, and like she tells him she's got a secret and she has a dick, and he's like. He looks at the camera and he's like, "There's an imposter amongst us, or there's an imposter among us." Or something.
Oh my
don't
god,
know.
LFA, I fucking love you.
It was just funny the way he said it because he has like a certain like delivery that is just unique.
It's not even a joke around here, though. I mean,
No,
I went out to the local club that I've been going to for almost 10 years, and I took a girl out there. And yeah, the scene was.
It happens.
There's a lot of confusion, you know.
You get comfortable with it out in Seattle. I mean, the longer you live out there, there are freaks all over that city.
Yeah,
we've got
LFA knows his
that's
shit.
true.
It's like, yeah, you know what? That's what's happening. And we're just like.
Jamie says second date was white, but she ended up friend zoning him at the gym. Uh-oh. Off Aaron C says, wait, hold on. Wrinkly old bull.
God, LFA can't.
He says, younger hoes be a blessing. But Master Yoda says, older women rock. You can't beat cougars, milfs, hot grannies, etc.
Well, Master Yoda clearly has a mother issue. He doesn't hide it. He might think he does, but he doesn't.
Hey, LFA, I'm technically a year older than you, so I guess I'm one of those chicks.
An aging gilf.
Yeah.
Shout out Neo. It's all good.
Hey, it's all good.
Triggered camel toe. Who are you?
Yeah,
Ew, fuck no.
I know.
What the fuck?
I don't trust that one, LFA.
Triggered camel toe. What's going on?
I don't trust this.
Speak.
Never ever in my entire life showed up. No.
Triggered camel toe. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Forever hold your peace.
All right, we're going to take you off if you don't talk. 5,
We have the Bible verse.
4,
Kind of
3, 2,
1.
1. Well, go ahead and if you want to come back on, type us in the behind the scenes studio chat, private chat. Let us know.
Master Yoda, you do have a mother issue because you're looking for women to lead you and know what they're doing in bed. Young women are hopeless. Yeah, it's because you don't want them, because you're expecting them to lead. You show them, you lead them, you show them what's up. Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know, yeah. And most girls, like, I'm just going to be honest, and anybody out there in the chat that hadn't really had much action out there, I'm just going to give you, I'm going to spoil this for you. So close your ears if you don't want to know, but the majority of women just do whatever the fuck you want them to do. Like that's how women have sex. There's no pressure to perform for a woman. She just like does whatever you want her to do, and you do whatever you want to do to her. They don't necessarily, like, I don't know. Guys feel like they have a pressure to perform. Women, no. Carrie.
Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you. After a while, a little disappointed in you, man. And you want to know why?
Why?
Because shut the fuck up, anybody talking. Listen
Whoa.
to this.
Hey, listen, bitch. It's me laughing.
Hold on. Iris.
Yeah, well, laugh. I'm gonna listen, LFA. When you played that video of that woman Lily, okay?
About what?
I told you when you played that. Look, I told you that woman Lily was not a lot lizard. She wasn't a hooker, okay? But yet, yesterday on one of your clips, you posted an hour video entitled "Lot Lizards," and I was giving the insinuation that this woman was a fucking hooker when she's not. So where the fuck do you get off? How would you like it if I came on here and made a video? So you're dating a hooker. She clearly wasn't a fucking hooker.
No
and
idea.
you implied she was. Where the fuck do you get off doing that?
Well, fuck your cunt.
Carrie.
I don't think anyone cares, man. I don't think
Carrie,
anyone
hold on.
cares.
Carrie, first of all.
Wait, look, bro. I don't
talk
look.
real quick.
I can make you talk.
Okay. I can change
You pulled
the
a
title of the
bitch ass
video.
move. You pulled a bitch ass. You pulled a bitch ass move. You pulled a bitch ass move, you motherfucker.
I got fucking
Carrie.
guns here. I
Bitch ass fucking move.
I will kill you. So
No,
shut the fuck up.
Christina.
Yo, come over. You pulled a bitch ass fucking move, implying that woman was a hooker when I told you she wasn't a hooker, and I'm seeing her now. How do you think I fucking feel? How do you think I feel about that, you asshole?
I'll change the title. I thought it was a joke. I didn't think you would be upset about it.
You know what? No, wait. Let me explain. Change it. You know what?
Yeah.
I can take jokes, but I specifically look. If you didn't know the difference, it'd be different. But I specifically told you that she wasn't a hooker, and you continue to say that. And I know if I did that fucking shit to you, you'd be fucking pissed off, okay? And I would never do it to you. And not only that, you tried it a cold approach. It wasn't a cold approach. It was a warm approach. She came up to me. So you're damn right I pissed. Wait, how would you like it if you're dating a girl and you did that, and all of a sudden I uploaded a video and said, oh, she's a lot lizard? You'd be pissed off too, motherfucker, wouldn't you?
Carrie, everybody took it as a joke. Nobody was watching that and like, oh yeah, it's a hooker. And first of all, the lady is not even in the
They took it as a joke, but I didn't take it as a joke because I'm dating her now.
All right. You know what? Hey, I respect that. You know, I know there's certain things that we don't do, and I respect that. And
You crossed the fucking line. You crossed the fucking line on that shit. And you know you did. I want an apology.
All right. Everybody shut the fuck up. Carrie, I'm sorry.
Okay. It wasn't a right thing to do. And I'll tell you, let me follow up. You're always the one when I come out, anybody comes on here and wants to talk about any other guy's girlfriend or dating coach's girlfriend, you always say, I'm too above to get into that shit. But yet with me, you slighted me, and you know damn well she wasn't a hooker, but you insinuated it. It wasn't even a cold call. It was a, you know what? I told you I was seeing her. It's a disgusting thing to do, and I would never have done it to you. Now, do I accept your fucking apology? Yeah, because I've known you a while, and I know I'm not gonna. I forgive you for doing that. But can you see why I'm upset? If I did it to you, you'd be fucking upset too, wouldn't you? Be honest with me.
Yeah, if you call my girlfriend a hooker,
wait.
Hey,
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke to everybody that's not me or her. If it's not me or her, it's a joke to everybody. But it wasn't a joke to me, insinuating she's some kind of fucking lawless streetwalker.
Right. No, yeah, but here's why I did it. Because one, it was just kind of like a funny title, and two, I thought it was like because I asked you and you said that it wasn't your girlfriend. You said that it was just like, you know, some random chick. So I just put it on there as a funny title.
Okay, even if it's a random chick, you shouldn't do it. She's not my girlfriend, but I did tell you I took her out. But
yeah.
the reality is this. Right, let me just ask you this, bro. If it was reversed and I had done the same thing to you, you'd be going off on me just like I'm going off. You wouldn't be happy either, right?
No, I mean, okay, so if it was just some random
Wait,
chick,
what if I made a video right now saying LFA has a girlfriend, but she's a lot lizard? Would you like that? No, I would
well,
never do it. But you fucking did it to me.
I don't think anybody would take it seriously.
Yeah, you know why? Because it's not related to them. Why would they take it seriously? But it relates to me and her, so I take it seriously. Why would somebody not connected be? But I'm just saying, I accept your apology. I'm not mad anymore. But I think it was the bitch ass thing to fucking do, considering you never want to talk about other guys. If I mention Jesse Lee Peterson might be gay, you crack down on my ass. But you call a woman I just met a streetwalker when I specifically said she wasn't.
Here's the thing, if she were okay, if her name were public or her face were on the screen, or there was a way that we could identify who that person was, I wouldn't say anything that would be perceived as like defamatory or dishonest about her. But
bro, it's no different whether you can see her face or not, and you still say it because I'll tell you why. Because everybody knows it's me. They know it's me. So now it looks like I'm picking up some. I picked up hookers in the past, but now it looks like I'm picking up some fucking hooker. And you saw that area. It's the fucking desert, man. You think there's guys driving around there picking up women to get their dick sucked in that area? It's desolate. Anyway, I forgive you. But I'm getting the fuck off this now. I'm getting the fuck off this now.
Interesting.
Wow. This moment in LFA
Great
history.
Great content.
Yeah, good stuff. No, I like Carrie. It's been a couple of years, and we've had issues where a lot of people complain about Carrie, and Carrie has gotten in a lot of arguments with a lot of people. No, but okay, if that's his girlfriend now, and I put Lot Lizard in the title, then yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I admit that, and I apologize for that. But I don't think anybody out there, and Carrie, I don't know if you're still listening, I highly doubt anybody out there took the title of that video seriously. But it is what it is. All right.
Bless me. Father, for I seriously have sinned.
The hit dog yelps.
Davy Jones. Oh, and by the way, in that video, Carrie, I gave you the whole video. When you watch it, I was giving you props. I was saying, look, see, Carrie's better than most of these younger guys, blah, blah, blah. So I was giving you props in the whole video. It's just the title. We had to pick a funny title. So we put Cold Approaching Lot Lizards. So that's all it was. But I don't know.
Hey, I'm going to go smoke a ball on the show. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, don't leave. Fuck. I love William, man. What does he have a leap for?
Kind of sounds like Carrie's a bitch.
Well, yeah, that was super bitch. But Carrie, nobody's thinking the way you're thinking, and I hope you understand that.
I
didn't even know what you're talking about, and I follow LFA's videos.
I'm sorry, Chris. Jesus, I feel so bad.
And also, you don't know LFA. You never met LFA. You're taking this parasocial relationship a little too far.
I've been following one.
You're getting your emotions all wrapped up in
years. I'm pretty sure I know him.
Wow.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
It was entertaining, though. I'll give him that.
Gary just coming in on completely unhinged.
Oh, it breaks my heart, honest to God.
Well, no one cares.
Let's protect my lady's honor.
Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think everybody like we joke like that. Like if I made a video Davy Jones cold approaching lot lizards, it would be like a funny video. Like he would be mad about it.
I would think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I would go with it. I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm approaching the lot lizards.
I don't know. I like
I'm saving hoes. I'm saving hoes.
boats and hoes. Gotta bury my boats and hoes.
Okay, that's enough.
The Mia, Santa Maria, you got me.
I was hoping Carrie would stay on so we could call him a bitch. Come back, Carrie.
My dad's boat. You don't want to.
You ain't gonna. So here's the thing, and Chaka-Doobie, don't be doing weird shit.
Evie.
No, but no, I mean, I kind of understand. Like, if that is his girlfriend, he wouldn't want somebody calling her a lot lizard.
Carrie, what's up? He's back.
Davey. Oh.
Hey, Davey.
Baby, oh.
Davey, I'm back for a minute. Davey, you want me to make a video about you and how the women you bang are lot lizards? You want me to do that to you?
I wouldn't care. Do it. I would laugh. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, you laugh.
I would laugh.
You know why you're laughing? And everybody doesn't care about this?
I can
because it does
give
not
shit
affect
and
them.
take it in return. I can dish out shit and I can take it just as good. So I wouldn't care.
I can take it too. Wait,
Obviously
I can take
not.
it too. Wait,
Obviously
shut
not
the
with how
fuck
you were
up.
freaking out. You shut up. You
Well,
were
let me
screaming for
explain.
10 minutes
No.
straight. Shut up.
Hey.
You were screaming for 10 minutes straight.
Broke dick. Shut the fuck up. If it had been directed in, hey, you broke ass bitch.
Could you
If
send
it
me
had
some
been
Viagra
directed
then?
at
I
me,
really need
wouldn't
help
care.
with it. I really need
It was
some
directed at a
Viagra.
lady
Can you
I
get me the
like.
prescript? You get me the prescript? I know you were talking about the little blue pill a lot, so you think you get me the prescript you got? I got the broke dick, obviously.
I didn't say you had a broke dick. I said you got
said,
broke
hey,
finances.
broke dick. You said, hey, broke dick.
No, I said you are a broke dick. Hey, Davey, you
All
still
right,
live with mommy and daddy?
okay.
Do you still live with mommy and daddy like Jesse does? I bet you do, don't you?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm in the basement right now.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Self-Made Man criticizing me well over 7 figures and one of the best
I'm the
EDM
self-made man in the parents' basement.
Hey, Davey, what do you do for a living?
Mom, come look at this dude.
Davey, do you have a job?
Oh,
Davey,
yeah.
do you have a job besides opening your
wait, my
fucking mouth
bad.
and criticizing people? What's your
That's
job?
my only job. My only job is opening
Yeah, you
my
know what his
mouth.
job is? He's too embarrassed to say what his fucking job is.
No, you're
What
right.
do you do?
I just am a basement dweller. I open my
No,
mouth
you're
and
not
that's
a
my
basement
only
dweller.
job.
No, I give
That's
you
my
more
only
credit than
job.
that. No, you work at Jack in the Box. You work at Jack in the Box. You don't have a career,
How
do
do you know?
Wait, then tell me what you do for work, Sim.
How do you know I work at Jackbox?
Well, tell me where you do work.
No, you already know. Like, I'm surprised you guessed it that quickly.
Did I? Must be ESP. Well, so Davey, do you want me to make a video about you?
We must be
Davey,
like, I
why
love
you-
that.
Davey,
I love that.
Davey, I'll make a video about you. How you
Fuck
pick
yeah,
up
good.
whores.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. I forgive Ella for doing that. And I take it as a joke, and if it was directed at me, LFA, I wouldn't give a fuck. But when you bring in a third party, somebody I like, a woman, then I draw the fucking line. If you want to, LFA, if you want to make a video and say that I fuck gay dudes in the ass, I would find that funny and I wouldn't give a shit. But when you bring up a woman that I like, that's where I draw the line.
Sounds like
And
it's
you know
hitting
what,
close
Davey?
to home,
You know what? You like
honestly.
it, Davey? Davey, you're such a pussy that if he did that, if anybody put down a woman you were dating, you would laugh because you're too much of a pussy to confront that person. You're a pussy, David. Davey, you are a pussy.
I'm swimming in it. Of course I am.
Well, where do you work, Davey? You too embarrassed to tell us
You
where
already,
you work, Davey?
you already guessed. You already guessed.
Nah, you don't work at Jack in the Box.
You were right the first
Where
guess.
do you work?
Right.
Oh,
when you
well.
told it. Where you told
Okay,
me.
so you
What
were
about those
jacking
sourdough
about.
Hold on, real
jacks,
quick.
bro?
Is that your lifelong aspirations to flick burgers and put on their fucking secret sauce, or maybe jack off in a fucking burger and tell some chick it's mayonnaise?
Yeah,
Is
it
that what you
is.
do? How would you like me to make a video about you jacking off in hamburgers
I
for
would love you to
mayonnaise
make a
and
video about
selling them at
that.
Jack in the Box? You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I
Wait,
would.
can I get in line for that? I want that too. Can you make me one?
No, because I don't stoop that fucking low. I don't got the time to waste.
Then why bring
Anyway,
it
guys,
up?
I got better shit to do. I'll talk to you later. LFA, I forgive you. I don't, it's not like I'm married to this woman, but I'm just saying in the future, it's like, if you want to make me the butt of a fucking joke, if you want to say I suck fucking dick, I don't care. But when you do it about somebody I like, that's where I draw the line. All right, bye, guys.
Anyways,
Bye, Christine. Great content. Great content. Great fuck. We should million views for this.
hold on. LFA, what is that?
You think about it. My car's got.
Anyways, I made gnocchi and goulash.
Shut up, Christina. Hold on.
Christ.
Got him.
Sorry. Sorry.
Jesus. I feel sorry for her. She's in boots. She's cute.
I don't like when people talk shit about cooking and shit.
Break it down. I go, no.
Wait, is this a video of the lot lizard?
No, it's not.
I feel bad, lady.
It's not. No,
Is
she's
this the
the
video
lady
in
that was.
question?
That's the video in question.
So yeah, well, okay. So Kerry was sitting in his car, and we played it because he had just uploaded it, and I was live, and I was like, let's watch this video because it was like him meeting a girl, and so he's sitting in his car on the side of the highway, and the girl walks by, and well, we don't see her walk by. What we see is he starts the video and she has already walked past, and he's saying, well, this girl asked me for a ride, and he's contemplating, should I give her a ride or not? I don't know her. It could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
It's just a hitchhiker?
I don't know. But then he's like, you know what? I would feel bad if I didn't give her a ride. So he goes, pulls up and gives her a ride. And I was playing the video and I was telling the people in the chat, like, look at how simple talking to a girl is for Kerry. He's actually vetting her in his head. He's like, should I pick her up? Should I not pick her up? What should I do here? And then he goes and he picks her up. And I was telling guys, like, you don't have to be worried about women, right? And I said, look, Kerry is an alpha. That's what I was calling him in the video. And it was completely the whole video I was complimenting Kerry. And it was a funny video. It was entertaining to watch. And then I titled, when I clipped it up and made it a short, I titled it Cold Approach and Lot Lizards. But when people watched it, it was it was one of those misleading titles, right? When people watch it, it's like maybe not that, or maybe they think it was. I don't know. But,
I felt bad for him, LFA. I felt bad.
well, no, yeah. If that's his girlfriend now, and I called her a lot lizard on there, or the title implied that she's a lot lizard, then he has the right to be upset. I mean, I can respect that.
She's hitchhiking.
What the fuck?
He literally picked her up on the side of the road. I mean, I don't.
Did he really? Oh, okay, well.
She might be a fine girl going through a hard time, whatever she needs a ride, but I mean, can't he understand why you'd play on that for a YouTube title? I mean, dude.
Dude, I feel bad for
The
him.
world does not revolve around you and your feelings and your emotions.
I feel bad for him.
Do you think this woman even watches YouTube? Does she care? Does she have any idea? Nobody cares. It's all virtue signaling is really what it comes down to.
Well, and that's the thing. So like, let's say let's say Big Jake's Ranch down there, let's say Riggs, because Riggs has been live with his girlfriend before. So let's say I were to like clip up a video where him and his girlfriend were on there, and I were to like call her some sort of a name like that. That would be kind of shitty, right? Because that's like his girlfriend and she was on camera. That would be shitty. I didn't see Carrie's situation as that bad because the lady's face wasn't in the video. Her name's not in the video. It's just like you see a lady walking down the highway and that's it. Right. So it was totally anonymous and it was just a funny title. So I didn't see it as something that anybody would be offended by. But
don't underestimate Carrie.
Well, I mean, he's entitled to be offended by that. So that's why, whatever. I changed the title. I owed him an apology, I suppose. If that's his girlfriend now, and I called her a lot lizard, and she's not.
You called her a lizard?
Nah, stick to your guns.
Well, she's not necessarily a lot lizard. She's a hitchhiker.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, she might have just been walking. She might have just been walking from one place to another and doesn't have a car. I don't know.
Right, so she's hitchhiking. That's okay.
Yeah.
God.
There's nothing wrong with that inherently. It doesn't mean she's a slut. Doesn't mean she's a terrible woman. It doesn't mean any of that.
True.
She's just looking for a ride. We all need a ride sometimes.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always think of Bill Burr. He would definitely say some shit like that.
Holy fuck! I'm like, yeah.
You know, we went from V-Taper macking on young Asian chicks to that. You know, things went out of control pretty quick, didn't they?
Yeah. It's hard to follow that kind of content, you know. It's pretty high energy.
Bill Burr.
But I'll give props to Davy Jones. I thought he handled it well. Took the fire, took the heat.
Where's Carrie's channel?
Big Jake doing some furniture rearranging.
No, I'm just coughing. That ain't me. Whoever's banging around is making all kinds of noise.
What are we watching? Guys, can you tell me, please, what we're watching?
We're watching you. We're all looking at you, Christina.
Please don't do that.
Why not?
I don't like when people look at me.
But you're so pretty.
I hope Carrie's gonna be okay. Just because a man at his age can't handle that kind of stress, whether it be from the LFA panel or LFA or his new lady friend who may have had a stressful life before she met him. I'm just saying it's not like Carrie to well, at least the persona of Carrie on the LFA channel to engage in this type of behavior.
Well, he's drunk too. How do we find Carrie's YouTube channel?
He might be drunk, but he wasn't drunk like fuck. I think he said in the video that, or she said that she's like 47, and he mentioned like a couple weeks ago that he met some chick who was like 47 and he broke his rule or like whatever it was. And that's where I'm saying he's it's disappointing based on what he was saying versus what he's doing.
So
I think that's fair.
well, come on, guys. Jesus.
But what's Carrie's YouTube channel? Morpheus 93 is one of them, but that's an old one.
It's just called Carrie.
No way. He got one that's just Carrie?
Yeah, I'm sub to it.
No, that's not the though.
You know what? If you can't find it, that's fine. I'll just.
Oh, I'm going to find it.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to find it.
Yeah, let's see that.
LFA's keeping it a secret.
Keeping what a secret?
Carrie's YouTube channel. What's the URL? What's the @? It's not Carrie.
I'll just wait. It's okay.
Oh, Paige is subscribed to him, and she put it in the chat.
Carrie Spicoli is the name. Okay, thank you. Got it. New subscriber. Congrats, 633.
Carrie,
Yeah, I bet you he does come out with a response video.
What's up, Carrie?
at one point he was a source of information, but now I don't know. It's hard to tell. That was pretty angrily with how he came at LFA. Someone who he would be very, very respectful and I dare I say submissive on LFA's channel. And now he was getting very angrily. And that's why I was saying in the chat earlier that he was, I don't know, with the nice new lady that he met, he was trying to portray strength against someone who may have been drawing negative attention to her. But
Wow.
like I don't know how else she would know about it rather than Carrie bringing it up to her, you know, like, hey, look at this, hey, well, there's this video, blah blah blah. But like, I don't know, Carrie, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think she does know about it.
She wouldn't have known without him. And
Yeah,
that's why I'm saying you brought it up, like, look at this, oh my god, I'm gonna stand up for you, I'm gonna white knight for you.
Can't disagree there. Mama is God.
Mama's love will kill a man.
Carrie's a white knight.
All her little demons swooping in.
Carrie's a white knight, just masquerading as a red pill guru at the ripe old age of 70 with 7 figures in the bank, trying to pull his 6.5 or 2.5 member out to plop around. But he's just a simp. He's a lot lizard simp.
You ain't got to diss him. I'm not dissing him. Yeah, I mean, he went off on me, but look, I mean, here's the thing. He's 65 years old. He's, for the most part, a respectful guest most of the time. He brings some interesting information to the panel. I enjoy talking to him. And he's upset because I made a video that implied a woman was a lot lizard, didn't know it was his girlfriend. I thought it was some random chick that was walking down the road that he was making a video of. But now it's his girlfriend, so he doesn't want me to title it lot lizard. So whatever.
I'm just saying it's completely 180 from who Carrie is 100% of the time. Most of the time. And when I say 100% of the time, 99.9 compared to how he preaches. And that's what I'm saying. I'm a Carrie fan. You know, like polls have come up in the past on different channels, like kick Carrie off or keep him on. I've always voted to keep him on. But that's what I'm saying with this. If there was a poll, I would like, yeah, send him on his way, just because that's not Carrie. And I'm saying he's got to be influenced by some outside source. And that's where, you know, ladies can be very influential with how a man, you know, conducts himself.
LFA.
Yeah.
LFA, man. Refer to me as Dylan the Islander. But I'm not on an island. What the hell, man?
Dude,
I'm pissed off.
LFA? No. LFA. If you check this shit out, you can check out the island that is. It's called Skinwalker Island.
Subscribe to the channel.
What? Anyways, it's a really cool ass island, and there's shit underneath the ground that's it's really fucking freaky. It's
Christina heard keyword island. Searching memory island. Skinwalker match.
Yeah.
Output data Skinwalker Island.
I'm sorry. It's true. Look it up.
Okay.
Sorry. I didn't mean to chirp you out or anything.
You're all good.
I hope so.
CSS Elements on Carrie's channel.
Well, I like Carrie. He's an interesting person. I see what he's dealing with. He's probably had an interesting upbringing, interesting relationship with his mother, and he still pedestalizes the woman. He clearly has no God or concept of God that he respects.
Well, we don't know about that.
No, it's pretty plain to see. It's clear. But this is what happens when a man puts a woman in the place of God. These are the results. And I have love for Carrie, but he still deals with anger at this age. I mean, you'd hope you have some wisdom and some clarity and some balance at a certain age, but
It's bothering me with my eyes.
But yeah,
I found that so
I
sad.
do wish him well.
Yeah, me too.
But I hope that he can, be freed from that.
He'll be all right. I thought I was kind of just blindsided that he was even mad because I thought he was coming on like normal. And always when Carrie comes on, I kind of tell everybody, I kind of quiet everybody down and I say, Carrie, what's going on? And I give him the floor for a minute to see what he has to say. Because sometimes he'll have something pretty interesting to say. Sometimes he just keeps going on, but sometimes he's got some pretty good material. So I like to give him the floor when he comes on, give him like a minute or two to, say what he wants to say. And
yeah,
different this time. Christina, he told Christina to shut up.
That's why I'm saying he's behaving completely out of character. He would never say that to Christina, and he would never say, I don't know, I wouldn't say never, but he always has something interesting to contribute to the panel, and this was just hostile the last time or this time he came on. And that's why I'm saying I've always been a Carrie fan, but this time it was just completely out of character for him compared to everything else that we've always seen. And that's why I'm saying I've always been a Carrie fan. He brings an interesting perspective, to say the least, to the panel whenever that comes on.
Well, you know what? It's okay. I mean, what can I do? If he doesn't want to say it, he's kind of more than welcome to, I guess.
Well, with you, Christina, I mean, if he came at you sideways, then that's one thing. But when it comes to the whole channel and just kind of bringing things to the point where things are a bit more, I don't know, aggravated rather than people trying to have a discussion. That's where it's not like him. He can contribute and over contribute and kind of like jive with how things are going, but like this time it was different. But
I truly think that I don't know, maybe he might think of something else, and I don't know, just differently. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
honestly, best wishes.
Bad for the guy, to be quite honest.
That's where I'm saying best wishes for him and his future and how things are going to be going, through this current lady friend or beyond that. I hope he makes good choices in his life and doesn't let something, make his life more difficult if he doesn't have to. So we'll see.
Well, hopefully he has a better life right now, because that's all I hope for, to be quite honest.
Well, like a lot of men, even at his age, he's still looking for daddy. And that's why he hangs out on the LFA show.
I just want him to be happy. Like, honestly.
Yes, very, very woman of you. I just want everything to be all right and great. And it's like, well, yeah, but that might require some action.
Do whatever makes you happy. LOL.
LOL. LFA.
Do what's best for you. That's
Yeah.
the feminine advice. But yeah, when it comes to actual advice, it's, handle your shit and carry on smartly. And that's where I hope Carrie handles his shit and carries on smartly. No pun intended.
You know what?
But
I totally agree. Thank you by that. By the way. Very.
I wonder if hold on, what was hang on a second.
Come on, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh my god. Sounds like there's a That's not a cool thing.
Jamie, are you still out there? Do you want to come on and talk to V-Taper? I don't think so.
All right, hon. You know what? I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
La noche, da bispalita la noche.
Okay.
That means good night. Have a good night.
Good night. Peace out.
Peace out, man. Have a good one.
Peace out.
Carrie recorded a nice little cinematic scene here. I like how he's narrating it as she's walking away.
Yeah, it was a good scene. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's cool. And he's probably gonna go drive up her up, right? Is that where it goes?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
But you'll see she's totally anonymous. Like what you've seen from her so far, you won't see like that's the most clear shot you get of her. And then you hear her talk a little bit later, but he's got the camera turned off. Jeremy Meek says, me and LFA used to have the same probation officer. Thanks, LFA, for taking my drug test for me. Saved me big time, bro. A shout out to you, Meeks. Been a while.
CSS, keep an element open, keep an ear open for when she says how old she is. But Carrie I swear to God, in Jesus. She said she's 47, and he mentioned like a couple or maybe even a few weeks ago that he met a nice lady who was 47 years old, and that he was breaking his rule with dating a chick that old. So that's why I'm saying this video may have got posted, relatively recently, but I think he's been catching feelings for her for a little while.
Well, that's all good. That's a girl more his age.
Yeah.
Or at least closer.
For sure. And that's why I'm saying good for him, but, carry on smartly, no pun intended. And I hope he's fighting the good fight with how angrily he got earlier. This better be the lady that he marries, till deletion do they part.
Never know.
Well, we'll just leave him be. He's not here anymore.
Well, he dropped a bomb. We've got a little fallout to deal with.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'll shut up about it just because I've been playing the harp, but
I'll
we've
have to
all
watch
got a
that
point.
later. I
Well,
actually
I mean,
kind of like it. It's kind of a cool little short film that he made, a little documentary.
Yeah, I thought it was good stuff. I played it, and my when I reacted to it on the live, I thought it was it shined a good light on Carrie. Like, I spoke positively about him during the video. I don't even think he watched the video, and he was actually on it. He was on the live stream half the time, but he's just mad that I titled it "Lot Lizard." But
In the chat, I was saying Carrie found love in a hopeless place.
yeah, Master Yoda, what's going on?
Oh, good day, everybody. Yep. No, I'm good. Look, I just want to take issue with one of the things one of the other gentlemen said. That is the gentleman with the motorcycle in the background. He said that I had mummy issues. No, that's not the case at all. The reason I prefer older women is because they know what they're doing. Okay, I know my sex has been paid for. Unfortunately, I'm too ugly for civilians, but that's my tough shit. I've seen young hookers and they're hopeless. They just don't know what young women just don't know what they're doing. They don't. They're just useless. And when I've been with older women, they know what they're doing, and that. Okay, maybe they led, but I led as well too. So when you have sex with lots of hookers, it gives you lots of practice. And I get along famously with the older women I see, absolutely famously. So that's why I prefer older women, because they know what they're doing. They're more experienced. And they treat me better too. So that's my thoughts.
The thing is, though, a woman doesn't have to be experienced for me to fold her up like a pretzel.
Well, but you're different. You civilian women find you attractive, so I've got to pay for it. So.
Well, no, I mean not even with the pay to play. I'm just saying with the age thing. Like, so if let's say I were to pay to play, like for me, if I were to pay to play with a 21-year-old hooker or a 51-year-old hooker, right? The 51-year-old hooker would be more attentive to my erogenous zones.
That's right.
We'll say. But to me, that's not. I'm a dude. That's not like what I'm into. I'm just trying to smash, and that's that.
Yeah, and it's not just the sex. I mean, you can have great conversations with these ladies too. They are human beings, and another thing too, I value in a woman is intelligence. There's also got to be mental stimulation too, not just visual stimulation. I want to be mentally stimulated by her as well.
Right. Well, and the thing is, that's your preference, and nobody's going to knock that. If you're an older dude and you like women in your age group, then
absolutely
cool. More power to you.
Yeah, that's totally fair. But you have mentioned in the past that your mother encourages and supports you having prostitutes.
That's right. I mean, of course, you
so
prefer
for you to say that you don't have mommy issues. Maybe you're used to it, so it's normal to you, but for most people, that's totally inappropriate. And
Why is it
it makes you wonder, why would a mother encourage that?
No.
Maybe she doesn't ever want you to actually find a wife and move away from her. Maybe she likes
No.
having you around because daddy's
No.
not around.
No,
So
that's
you
not
kind
true.
of fill in the gap.
No. That's not true. Of course, she'd love to see me in a loving, monogamous relationship with a woman. I do as well. But unfortunately, my ugly looks wrote me off. But once again, that's my tough shit. No, because my mother, although my mum is a strict. Sorry, go.
I know that you've said that many times, and I know that's kind of your platform, is that you're ugly, and everything is, kind of revolves around that. But we've never been able to verify that. We've never seen you. We don't know.
You don't want to. You don't want to. It'll give you nightmares. But
well, that's what you think, but that's not what I think, and I think that's what
it would.
I don't
Trust
think
me.
most people would agree with you here. I think
Co-
you'd be accepted no matter if you look like the fucking Elephant Man or Brad Pitt. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, look, and that's relevant. But no, my mother, although she's a strict Catholic and she has very conservative views on female sexuality, at the same time she understands male sexuality and how it works. And she knows I'm a man. I need I need sex and I need female comfort. Of course, she'd like to see me with a girlfriend or married, but she also understands that I have needs. So that's great. That's the great thing about my mum.
But why would you ever be motivated to find a girlfriend or wife or significant other that you can form a relationship with if you're seeing pay for play? You're paid hookers.
Because I've tried to approach women and I keep getting rejected, and I just gave up.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't take so much rejection until you just say, "Look, enough's enough." Yeah, it's just not going to happen. And even my mother told me, not directly, but she said to me, "Look, it's over for you. You're wasting your time." She didn't actually say that.
Your mother told you that.
Yeah, not in those words. What she basically said to me, said, "Look, resign yourself to your fate, as this is your destiny." So it's just basically. No,
brutal.
That'll destroy a son, dude. That's
I like her honesty. I like her honesty. No, I like honesty, because what's even more toxic is when people are given false hope based on blind optimism. That's more toxic. That's way more toxic.
I know, but I've been observing you since you've been on the show, and you use the terms honesty and I'm just being real, and I'm a realist, and I'm real. It's all real, but it's your real. It's not God's real. It's real. You think the world works this way, and you've convinced yourself that that's reality. But I'm not so convinced of that. I think you have a certain idea of reality, and you've put all your chips into it, and now you have no space left to experience anything new because you have it all figured out, and you're God in your little reality. But it's a lot bigger than that. But you don't have any space for that.
I don't think I'm God. No, I'm just going by my life experience and just what I've
I'm just saying, if you think you know everything, then there's no space left to learn anything new or experience anything new, because everything that you presume will be categorized into what you think you know. That's how the ego works.
I definitely don't know everything. No human being does. I'm just a nobody. I'm no one. So I don't think I know everything. I just go by what I've seen. That's all. What I've experienced and what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my life. That's been my life experience. And I have a good relationship with my mum, and a good relationship with my dad until he passed away, until he died. But my mum and dad, they're not perfect. No parents are, but they raised me to be, a somewhat decent person. I'm not saying that I'm the nicest person in the world, but I'm not the worst either.
If I may interject,
real quick, Aaron C. I don't understand are your parents super ugly? How did they create you to be so ugly?
Oh, I mean,
and if they're so ugly, how did they get together? How did your father find your mother?
Brits can look pretty rough, man.
Well, my parents got together when there was a dating culture, not a hookup one. So, and plus also women married men who could provide resources. So, I'm not saying my mum married my dad because of money, no. But they grew up in a dating culture, not a hookup one.
Okay, and the generation before that, and before that, and before that, and before that, and before that.
Well, that was more of a
The
dating.
world's been through plenty of different cultures and societies and ways of thinking, but men and women really never change. The clothing of relationships changes, and nakedness never changes. So I'm just wondering, how could it possibly be that your ancestors made it this far and suddenly you're just too ugly and it ends with you? How is that even possible? I mean, did something happen? Because, you know, sometimes people get third-degree burns and it ruins their, you know, their appearance. Or
hey,
birth defect.
Sarah's video's starting right now. If anybody wants to go over there and watch it.
Oh.
Just letting the chat know. I mean, it's freaking YouTube. You can open up another screen. You can open up 2 screens at once if you want, or one on your phone and one on your computer or whatever the fuck.
But if I may interject here, mate.
Sir, the floor is yours.
Go ahead.
I did jump on here to immediately kind of counteract what he was saying as far as the coping, as far as the experienced women thing. You know, because you can get with a chick that is a straight up virgin, and after about a couple months, she's going to know all the tricks of the trade, if you will, right? It's not that hard for them to figure out how to slurp and how to do all the above. So, and the reason why I was, I guess, triggered by such is because the other night I was hanging out with a couple of my bros, and there's one dude in particular who his cope was also like, oh, I like more. I want the slut. I want the experienced one. You know, and again, it's just a cope, and I feel like any honest, mature adult knows that it doesn't take that long for a female to learn how to properly please you. Now, I guess I'll just, stop there because this gentleman here is saying that he's kind of chose this path for particular reasons. And I'm not going to be one of these people that's just like, oh, no, you got a chance, mate. You're probably a total Chad on the other side of that screen there. I do believe what he's saying. I think there definitely is a percentage of the population that do have to resort to tricking. I personally think it's a very rough lifestyle, though, because even behind your back, what those women are, the way that they're describing you behind your back, you might be a little shocked to hear what they are saying about you, how they really feel. But I just had to hop on real quick to counteract that cope.
Well, hang on. I'm not coping at all. I've acknowledged the reason why I bomb out with the ladies. And look, I'm not trying to solicit anyone's sympathy. That's just my tough shit, and I've got to wear that. But it's not, I'm not coping.
I respect that. But you understand those of us, because again, despite how your life might turn out or how my life might turn out, you understand to the younger generation, because I would say in spheres such as this one, it really is to reach out to young men. And I think that the best rhetoric that we can apply to them is, get a woman. It's like LFA says, you want that genuine connection. You want her to really like you for you, that kind of thing. I think that's a much more, I think that's the path that we should be trying to push youngsters to take personally. And you do agree that the reason why this came up, why this topic was relevant to me, was because I recently joined a particular church. It's not like I'm a full-scale member, but I did recently join a church, and I'm currently talking to a chick that is a V, and so my friends, a couple of them trying to say, oh, I want that experience. I know that they're just trying to, I know that they're just trying to cope. I know that their mouth would be watering for this virgin as well. I'm not stupid, but yeah, that's all me got, mate.
Yeah. I mean, look, you made a point there. Look, maybe some of the mature age hookers that I see, they probably don't think much of me. But then again, if a woman's going to enter the sex industry, Brad Pitt and Leonardo DiCaprio is not going to turn up. They're going to be unattractive men like me. Good-looking guys don't have to pay for it; they get it for free from civilians. So I've got to pay the ugly tax. That's life. They probably don't think much of me, but look, they give me a very passionate service. Very passionate. And actually, I had a non-paid experience with one of them. About a couple of years ago, one took a liking to me, and she gave me a few free ones outside of her work, which was nice of her. So
Okay.
I can't be that horrible.
Yeah, I agree with you. If the needs aren't met, let's say it's just that tough. I do totally understand the avenue. Because as a man, you really do just gotta dump that load somehow, some way. And of course, masturbation just doesn't cut it at all. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, I went to one yesterday. I saw one of my favourite mature age later than night, and she went off. She I mean, look, she might have been acting. Who knows? But she really got into it. So yeah.
Damn.
What can I say?
You must introduce me to her then.
Well, I'm in Australia, so.
Oh, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Yeah. But anyway, look, that's all I have to say. And it's been a good stream, and I need to bounce. And I wish everybody here a great day. And everyone take care. Bye for now.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
take care, man.
All right, bud.
Sure.
Good to see
Sure.
you, Yoda. You have a good attitude about all of it. That's for sure.
Thank you. Cool.
Hey, LFA, I do want to know what your opinion is on something. I know I'm not sure how you are necessarily. Are you one of those people that, like, no matter how negatively someone speaks of themselves, are you kind of like, oh, no, there's got to be a way to looks max? And, is there always a solution? Or we do just accept that a certain small percentage of the male population must trick that dough to get that hoe?
Well, okay. So the thing about that is, like, if you're not good looking, then you can't lean on your looks. So your strategy with the ladies isn't, I'm going to run handsome man game on this woman and just like exist and be kind of cocky and she's going to be attracted to me. Like, it's just not going to work like that. Your angle is going to be totally different. And you probably shouldn't be making sexual advances at women because, that's how you get in trouble. So you're more just like being a fucking man of good character. And you're communicating with people, you're talking to people, you're making male friends, you're making female friends, you're just being fucking social. And maybe you meet a woman that likes you, maybe you don't. But I mean, I don't think that, I don't think you should place value on like figuring out how to get the ladies. Like, I don't think any man should place value on that.
Because I will say, I mean, that dude that was just up, I mean, he... if he doesn't look as sharp as he says, by him paying for it, by him tricking, he can get some, he might be able to get some pretty bad hoes compared to if he didn't trick and just ended up, so he might be more satisfied because he's getting, I've talked to a couple friends that, God damn it. Sorry, this dog's fucking crazy. Anyway, I've talked to a couple of friends over the years who have resorted to using like seeking arrangement, stuff like that. And I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I've never done it myself, but I will say the way that they described it did seem, I do understand the appeal. I mean, you're getting a lot of variety. You're getting them nice hot college bods. You're just hitting it from the back and being on your way. So, like, I do understand why a gentleman like that, why he would take that approach. My biggest thing, though, is like what you mentioned, that connection. It's just not there. I feel like by the time it's all said and done, let's say he's on his deathbed. I mean, sure he may have skeeted on plenty of, on a variety of women, but, maybe just not that connection. Because I can say, as far as with women goes, the best memories I have are actually from relationship. It wasn't from these fun bags.
Or if it's not a relationship, it's when a woman is like fucking super hot and bothered and wants to fuck you really bad. You know what I mean? And it's not just like here you go. Yeah, here you go, my lady. Here's $250 now.
Yeah, the
you know,
transaction. Yeah, the transactional thing is just. I get turned
Right.
off like when I see some of these videos and, female. What was it? The one chick that was complaining about the day at the Cheesecake Factory or something like that. At that point, even though that's not technically prostitution, she had made that relationship there so transactional. I don't even know how that dude would get a chub at that point. It's like, fuck, she
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. There's two reasons why I don't deal with escorts. And like, don't get me wrong, like it's tempting. I mean, Tulsa's probably not the greatest place for an escort, but they used to, before the law cracked down, they used to have like massage parlors all over the place. And not like those like me no speaky fucking like rinky dink. It was like they had like hot, like they were brothels basically. They had like hot blondes in there and hot Latinas and whatever. And it was known that Tulsa had a bunch of these. And sometimes it was like, well, shit, I'm driving home from work. Maybe I want to go to this, but I never did. And there's a reason why. And that's because number one, if I pay a girl to have sex with me, then I'm paying her and I'm like going to tell her what to do. And it's going to be like, I'm going to give her zero attention. And the reason why is because number one, I'm not trying to suck on her tits. I'm not trying to go down on her. I'm not doing any of that because she's an escort and there's been 1,000 dicks all over that. So I don't want to do anything to her. I want her to do shit to me. And one, I'm training my brain to think that way in my sex life. So then I'm going to be with like some random chick I met at a bar and I'm going to be like, do this, do that. And I'm not doing anything for you, because that's like kind of what I would be training my brain to, or that's how I'm training myself to behave in sexual encounters. And number two, it's like a self-esteem thing where I myself, when I meet a woman or when we're on a date or when I'm texting and we're like, maybe like starting to sext a little bit, like we're starting to, I can tell she wants to smash. Well, I value myself enough to think I bring something to the table that she wants, not money wise, but just who I am. Therefore, like I actually feel good about myself. It's like a confidence boost. It's like not necessarily a confidence boost, but I feel good about the situation because I'm like, yeah, she wants me. I want her. This is good.
Yeah, there's conquest to it. There is an element of conquest to it. And when you're paying for it, the whole thing just feels artificial. Another thing that I would have loved to ask him before he slid was how many times he's been burned, because I'm gonna tell you, man, what made me calm down quite a bit as I've gotten older is the fear of STDs. Throughout my life, I've been burned like 3 times, and that's just, no prostitution involved at all. So like a dude like that, I mean, you just have to assume all these hoes are like radioactive basically. And, there's now like chlamydia that fucking antibiotics like can't knock out the first first 5 go rounds, and so, yeah, I mean, the whole STD element for me personally has just really destroyed the whole, because I do reflect upon my days when I was racking up bodies. I do kind of refer to them as the glory days, if you will. And I have a friend, and this is the friend that hopped on. It was my man Sean. We hopped on. Remember we were talking about his ex trying to, play him or whatever, but apparently he's given a couple broads like HPV or something like that. It's like some STD that's like super dormant that like I think half the population has but doesn't know it or something, And after learning that and, the whole STD thing, if STDs didn't exist, it'd be one thing. But the whole STD thing has really kind of scared me a bit as far as it, and what's really weird about it is like I don't know. It's almost like there's a certain quality of women that don't get it or something because like, I don't know. I talked to some dudes and they swear, even though they put up numbers, they swear that they've never been burnt before.
Yeah. Well, I think you put a halo effect on hot chicks. So if a chick's like really hot, she just like seems clean. Like there's something about her that's like, well, she's hot. She smells good. She has nice teeth, nice smile,
nice hygiene.
Yeah, she's got to be disease free. But I mean,
let me ask you, bro, personally. I mean, you might be too shook to answer, but I mean, have you been burned before?
No, I'm super paranoid though. Like
you never have?
No, luckily
never.
No.
See, how the fuck? Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, no. There's one time I thought I did, but I went and got tested, and I wasn't. It was just like being paranoid or something. I mean, I've had situations where like I'm paranoid about this shit. This one time, this girl was sucking my dick, and like she was kind of, she was like kind of scraping it a little bit, and afterwards, like a day later, I looked at it and there's like a red mark on there, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And
you had gonorrhea, just admit it.
No, it just turns out that she just scraped it and it was nothing. But like I used to be paranoid like that. I don't know. But luckily, no, I've always used condoms. And also, I mean, I've used condoms on all my one night stands and all that. But you also got to take into consideration. So I'm 38. So I've been an adult for 20 years. And 14 of those 20 years, I was in a long-term relationship where I was just hooking up with one person each time. So, I did go on like my man horse sprees and all that. So, I mean, I guess like I ran up the numbers a little bit there for a while, but I always used condoms.
Do you think that it was maybe safer back in the day compared to now? Like I know the boomer generation where the whole hookup culture originated, they never they were never worried about getting STDs, apparently, to where now it's,
Well, it used to be hard to keep shit on the down low. So back in like, if you go back to like year 2000, if you wanted to hook up with a chick, especially if you were still in the age where she's living with her parents and shit, you had to call her house, and like her mom and dad would answer, and everybody knew who everybody in the house was talking to. They could pick up another phone in the house and eavesdrop on your conversation. So, women were really guarded by their families in a way that they're just not guarded by them now. Also, with the simple fact that you couldn't just DM people, and you didn't have all this stuff going on, and you actually had to invite people usually to public places. And if you fucked somebody, everybody knew. So there was a level of accountability back then, just all across the board. So, and like when I was in high school, if a girl had a body count of like 2 or 3, people already thought she was a slut.
Yeah, I remember those days. I remember you and I are the same age. So I remember in high school, if a girl like dated a dude in high school, like that was her man, she was his. I mean, that was all there is to it, And yeah, I remember like there'd always be that one, the couple girls that did, mess with more than one guy sexually, and yeah, they were labeled smuts throughout the duration of their high school. And you know what? I tell people all the time. Which is why I'm really happy to be talking to the current chick that I am. It certainly is new, talking to a girl that is a V. The whole dynamic of the relationship is pretty different, because normally you have that escalation, getting to a certain area. But when it's already pre-programmed that's not going to happen till marriage, it certainly is different. But I will tell you, because of that time period that you and I grew up in, I've always been repulsed by hoes with a high body count. It's been something I see other guys get with girls and wife them up that have been around, and they swear they don't care. It doesn't bother them. And this is something to me, I could just truly never understand. I mean, I act within reason, if a body counts like, 5 to 10 or something, that's understandable. But, I'm not asking for perfection here, but, that I've always just been like that. And there's a lot of guys that I don't know, that are even a similar age, I guess, from the same time period, but maybe different areas, to where that body count shit that like all the time people will say like, body count is stupid. Who cares? It doesn't make sense. Jamie's not really in the V gang. But anyway, yeah, man, like it's just one of those things that just always had a long lasting effect. Cause LFA, you remember from my high school days, if you were seen with your arm around that girl, that even made out with somebody. I mean, you just look like a fucking idiot, and you felt like a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know, nothing glorious about it, you know?
Yeah, that's a fact. And nowadays, people are like, they're hooking up autistically with each other. So it's just this weird deal where you just kind of meet chicks on Tinder, you smash them, never talk to them again, and then you bump into them in public, and it's like you just act like you don't even know each other. I don't know. It's just like a weird deal. That's the world we live in now.
And you know what else too? It is. I think it's pretty interesting how, you know, of course we all know that this manosphere shit, you know, a lot of talking points that it is the real deal. You know, like this girl I started talking to, she, as a dude, they don't care where you've been. They don't care. And you know what? There's something else that I've noticed. When it comes to this particular church, I think goody good church girls in general, they really do prefer the outsiders, man. They really do have that dream of converting someone who's not part of that church. And the dudes that are also, you know, saving it for marriage, also in the church, you know, they just have no game at all. They have no idea what they're doing. They're too scared to mac. You know, just the basics, you know. So I find that they really do prefer us outsiders. And as far as, you know, our body count, I mean, it simply just doesn't even matter. You know, they really could care less.
You're corrupting the church girls, man.
No, I'm not. No. I'm just an honest man trying to start a family.
No, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Like, it's I do. I meet a lot of church girls myself, and they try to put on a front like they're not about that, but they're about that.
Well, it depends. It depends. I'm gonna break it to you like this, man, because I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, the state that I live in is UT. Okay, so you might be able to figure it out from there what the dominant church is. However, the type of church does matter. Okay, if I meet a bitch and she says that she's Catholic or Baptist or any other thing, I'm just going to assume that I will be able to fuck within a month or so or less. You know, I'm just going to naturally assume that. I mean, when a girl says she's Catholic, it means that she probably will throw it back. But this particular church, I'm telling you, man, I've gone on several dates since living here the past few years. I can tell you right now, this church simply just does not play. These women are dead serious. I've even asked, like, you know, have you maybe done oral, or, you know, maybe throw a handy or two in there, you know, hold the bastard over. And they're just, you know, no sexual contact. And, you know, I know a lot of people hear things about this church that don't live here. The majority of it is in fact bullshit. But yeah, these women, man, they simply just
Where do you go? Saddleback?
I'm sorry?
Where do you go? Saddleback?
What the hell's Saddleback?
You said people outside would know the church. It has reputation.
No. Before moving to Utah, when people talk about, you know, the church here, everything they say is just retarded nonsense. They'll try to say that the bitches will do like anal but save the pussy for marriage. They'll try to say
style.
They'll try to say all kinds of other like goofy crap, and it's honestly just, I could just tell you from my few years living here, it's all just a load of shit.
The girl that you're talking about, how do you know she's a virgin?
By a lot of things, just by certain mannerisms and stuff like that. There's a level, if a girl is in fact a true V, there's going to be a level of social awkwardness there. Okay. She's not going to be, I guess, as socially comfortable as chicks that have been ran through. So it is noticeable. Because again, what you just said, I hear from people too. It's like, oh man, she's probably lying, dude. Yeah. I'm not getting on you. I'm just saying that.
Well, I didn't say it like that. It's just an actual question.
Yeah, I got you. I'm just simply saying that what you stated though, how do you know that's something that's a very common theme, you know, for people to say. But yeah, I mean, the social awkwardness, you can definitely tell. And just as far as, you know, this particular girl, she said that I think has kissed a few dudes or maybe made out a few times and even felt dirty afterwards. I mean, this girl I'm talking about is super holy. She actually works for the church and shit. So this one's a little more holier than pride.
She sounds like a freak. Let's go.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that
They say church girls are the freakiest, man.
Well, that's what I was saying, talking when LFA was talking about, if they're church. Again, it depends. I would have to say it again. It depends what church. If you meet a girl of this church, or especially the Orthodox Christian church, they're probably not getting down like that. But if it's another church, then they'll probably know how to spread them legs behind their head.
Yeah, no, I know going to public school, the Catholic school girls, that was where it was at.
Yeah.
The dudes there were like, they just weren't putting down. They weren't putting down, and the girls were wanting to experiment. They'd go and they'd hang out with the bad boys at the public school.
And Catholics are, it's totally authorized for Catholics to drink. You know what I'm saying? That's like totally cool with that particular branch of Christianity. So, because of that, it's just way more loose and laid back. Because when I was younger, when a girl said I had a couple girlfriends that were even in the church choir and stuff that got absolutely buck wild.
Yeah.
But again, I think it just depends. I mean, you guys, even if you don't know a lot of Muslim people, they don't really play around with that shit either. Because in their country, if a girl fucks around and acts like a smut, she'll get punished severely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I bet you Christians used to punish women too. They just kind of went far left on all that shit.
Yeah, we got soft. And honestly, again, this particular chick I met lately, she lives considerably far, so there's also a long distance element thrown in here as well, which I would definitely consider anyone to not do. So I've even broken a couple of my own rules here. But again, it may not even get nowhere. We're from two opposite worlds, truly. But I will say it is interesting, in 2024 to be, talking to a chick who's in the mid 20s, it is a V. That's an impressive feat in and of itself to me personally. And secondly, hopefully we'll see where it goes from here, and hopefully it flourishes. Hopefully LFA taught us all well.
Well, Jesus was pretty soft on the sluts.
Yeah, he was nice.
The woman at the well, Mary Magdalene, the woman who was about to be stoned.
Yeah, the Father is all forgiving, my brother.
He's pretty soft on them hoes.
Yep. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, at my age, I don't expect to find a virgin. I mean,
yeah, at our age, dude, I mean, I'd say a body count within reason would be totally cool. I mean, she can't be a total slut to where the marriage ceremony is just an absolute mockery, though.
Yeah. I did probably about 3 years ago, I was talking to this girl, and I wasn't even that attracted to her, but one of her friends came up to me and they're like, hey, she was asking us how to have sex. So I'm like, oh, holy shit, she's never had sex before. And my attraction to her went up so much when I was like, holy fuck, a virgin? I was like, damn, I haven't had one of these since I was.
I know. I mean, could you imagine, my brother?
Yeah. No, yeah. And I was just thinking that'd be a good one to settle down with and have a family with, I mean, it didn't work out in the long run, but still, it'd be nice to find one. I know I won't.
Here's the thing too. I'm going to tell you what's kind of challenging about this though. Okay. Because again, just like you, I am, I've been absolutely baptized in Manosphere rhetoric, and let's be real, the majority of it does make sense. It's logical. It's reasonable. However, there's a lot of those rules that you kind of have to break when you are talking to someone that is a virgin, because my typical nature, I normally don't treat women, I'm not gonna say I'm mean to them, but in the modern day, most women that end up getting attracted to me, it usually doesn't start off with me being very nice, chivalrous, and a gentleman. You're quite the opposite, right?
Right.
And when you do get a girl that's a virgin, she's honestly not a hoe, so I actually cannot legally treat her like one, you know, because she's not one. And so I'm not going to say I'm going to simp as hard as Carrie did a few moments ago, but you know, there is a level of, because this girl is a virgin, I think that she is entitled to certain rights that a smut is not. You know, so with this one, I think I might put on a little bit of simpery display, simply because I do feel like this woman in particular is entitled to it. I mean, even if I end up not being the one to finally score, you know, even if I'm not the one that gets that prize, you know, I think she's still worthy of it, because the self-control that she's able to demonstrate. I mean, it again, to me, it's an impressive feat. You know, but it's challenging because I can't treat her like I would a typical woman, which again is not mean, but you know what I mean. You'll act more brash, you'll give a fuck less, you'll make those you'll make those chauvinistic jokes, you know, towards them that are awesome, you know, tell them they can't drive, etc. You know, with this one, I you know,
Yeah,
it's certainly.
Well, I mean, I think it comes down to like just like displaying confidence. So when a chick's a slut and you're like, yeah, this girl doesn't have very much value, you display a lot of confidence, and you show that like rugged masculine sexuality.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, when you're with a girl that you perceive as a good girl, you suppress that masculine sexuality. And it's like, it's just not, I don't know, you'd probably do better off treating the virgin like a whore.
Yeah. And again, this is a girl who's been part of she's like super holy, and she's like serial dated. She's dated a lot of these dudes. She has no interest in them. She says that they're all squares. There's also another commonality that her and I have, and that is you're familiar with, I don't know what you would define this subject. I guess I could refer to it as the truther movement. You know, this girl, of course, knows about the whole scamdemic situation, about the jab and all that. So, she is like, she's aware of some, the destruction of the country and stuff. So her and I do have that commonality, to where she said a lot of guys that she's gone on dates on aren't familiar with that stuff, Yeah. And of course, the chick wants a leader, right? And of course, I am him. But yeah, I'm starting to think that you are right. I'm thinking maybe I should just be myself. Maybe it is myself that she is genuinely, that she finds maybe fascinating or interesting. So yeah, that is definitely some food for thought for Sheezy.
Hell yeah. I got to end this one, guys. I got to get to bed soon. I got to shut this off. So, any final thoughts?
Yeah, why did Kerry wild out the way he did? Didn't he just meet that girl?
I bet you he doesn't even mean that. He's just like pissed off about something else, and he came on here to vent.
That caught me totally off guard. I mean, I'm just in the zone chilling, and I didn't even recognize his voice at first. It sounded like a demon was inside there, man, just going hard. I mean, he was fucking pissed, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, did someone not teach him rule number 1? Don't simp. Good God, man. Mm-hmm. For a chick he just met.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he'd be all right.
We'll be back in business next time.
It's not a girl he just met. It's been a woman his whole life.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's the relationship with the female, with the feminine.
Yeah, was that you that was saying mommy issues, perhaps?
Well, mommy is the first feminine archetype that every person born on this planet encounters.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the foundation. That's why you have to get your foundation right before you can have a relationship with a woman as your wife or girlfriend.
CS, did you hate your mother growing up?
Oh yeah. I didn't hate her, but we had a lot of conflict because she was always trying to impose her will on me.
Yeah.
And I was always trying to be independent. And there was constant butting of heads. But
like Jesse Lee Peterson says, you gotta forgive your mama.
No, that's a fact. Like I didn't realize like, and I know Jesse is a troll, like, and he is really good at being a troll, but he actually drops some fucking red pills. He drops some fucking gems.
You said Jesse's a troll in which way? What do you mean?
I mean,
he's a legend.
Yeah, no, but half the shit he says, he's just trying to get under people's skin. But
I think that's the way it appears to people who don't understand exactly what he's saying, because that's how I approached it too when I first heard it. I thought, this guy is hilarious. He's a troll. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
And then I experienced some things in life, and I remembered.
No,
him,
yeah.
and I went back and explored it, and I was like, wow.
Well, he compartmentalizes.
This
like
guy
when
is.
Yeah, when he's talking to
some truth here.
Let's say he gets like you know, a black call, you know, he might say, you know, what's wrong with the blacks? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might say, I see what you're saying. So like he'll troll in that way, but then the other half of him is like serious church talk. And I think he's one of the greatest people ever personally. It's just my personal view of him. I think he's a great guy. I think he's done a lot for people. You know, he tells people to do the silent prayer, stuff like that. I think he genuinely has good intentions, and he's definitely on his way to heaven. That's for sure.
Beta!
No, Jesse is a national treasure. It's just, I think more people will even recognize that after he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when I started watching him back in like 2016, 2017, and like he just started popping up on YouTube with that the Fallen State show. And back then he had all the big conservatives on, and you know, he was, I guess, like all the podcasters and all the independent news media conservatives were all like on the come up as YouTube was starting to blow up. And, you know, he was part of that. And I just thought he was a really interesting dude. And right around the time when, like, you know, Trump was under attack by everybody in like 2017, 2018, that's when like Jesse just kind of stood up, like, and he was saying things that like I think we were all kind of thinking, but we just couldn't say. And it was just like, I fucking love this guy. You know, it's just like having this guy speak the truth the way he does. This guy's fucking awesome. And yeah, Jesse, he's an amazing dude. He really is. But you know, the thing about it is when it comes to people saying that he like turns his back on his people, so to say, I don't think he does. And I think people misunderstand. He has a very tough, hard-nosed approach towards his people, right? I think he's really trying to help his people, but they don't want to hear the real shit that's going to help them. You know what I mean? And so they take it as like, you know, he's like basically like thinks he's white or something and like hates his own type of people. But I mean, I think he has a solid approach. I mean, I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't think he sees it as his people. He sees it.
Well,
he sees everyone as either forgiven or not, and where they are on their journey. But
that that too.
He has a special angle because he is black. So
yeah, but he'll troll white people too. If it's a white liberal,
sure,
like he'll get them just as hard.
Yeah, and he's done activism for he has clips from the early 90s doing conservative activism, man. So, you know, he's the real deal.
Yeah.
Aaron C., did you watch LFA's The Fallen State episode?
Oh, you were on episode of Fallen State, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, was this a couple years back?
Yeah, it was 2021.
Yeah, I forgot about that, man. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe I'll review that. Was it relatively short? Wasn't your interview kind of short with him?
Yeah,
it's the usual hour.
Yeah, well, but he like chops everything up in clips, and he was doing something then where he was putting the full episodes audio only, and then he would put like clips.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
The full thing's out there now, though. They still that.
That's quite an accomplishment, though, to say that you've been on JLP's Fallen State, though. I mean, that's
it was rough, man, because I was like, Carrie says all is forgiven, LFA. Yeah, hell yeah, Carrie. Good deal. And come back on, call back in on Thursday when we go live. Yeah, no, I was like, holy fuck, I'm gonna talk to Jesse Lee Peterson tomorrow. I didn't get a wink of sleep that night. I was just like, Jesse Lee. Like I was, but it was I don't know. I was like excited to talk to Jesse Lee Peterson.
Yeah, he's a celebrity, man. I mean,
yeah, and when he was on there, and I was just like, holy fuck, it's really it's a different experience when he's talking to you and you're not listening to him, you know.
what was his purpose for having you on the show? I know each person there might be like some kind of edge that they have, or some kind of position. When he had you on the show, what was is it because you're just this ultimate Chad? What was it?
No, CSS Element does some business with him, and he I don't know, sent the email to Jesse Lee's team, and they worked it out. I don't know.
Damn, Jamie's really on your sack. Anyway, man, yeah, well, you take it easy, man. I'm gonna hop off, fellas.
All right, buddy.
All right, see you later.
Take it easy, man.
Well, you're trying to shut down anyways, so we can say our goodbyes here.
Yeah.
All right, adios. Good chat,
Adios.
as always. Always enjoy it.
Max, yeah, we'll be live again on Thursday.
All right, see you guys then.
See ya. Riggs, are you still there? You left it on there. All right, y'all. Hope this video was somewhat informative. But that's about it for tonight, guys. Until next time, see ya.